We have Russia versus Ukraine. This is one of the dream lineups, and I've been looking forward to watching this again. We did see one of their show matches, and it was a very, very close match. This is a lower bracket match here for Russia versus Ukraine, so only one person from the CIS region can remain. Let's do a quick roll call while we're waiting for everyone to confirm that they are ready.
Yep.
All right.
There
we go.
starting up here.
We're gonna go ahead and start.
Looks like Team Ukraine will be running Fakub, Aetistics, Obito, and Aspire. And then Team Russia is running Murderer, Ivy, Brooklyn, and Zoom Zoom.
All right.
Just pulled off a nice cactus win, I heard.
So
congrats to Zoom Zoom. He's already in the competitive auto chess mood, and he's got one more set to go today.
Said he was ready to face Ukraine today. So the first show match that we experienced with Russia versus Ukraine, Russia won, and it was 2-1, I believe. And that was the game that broke Ukraine's win streak. So before they faced Russia, they were at 100% win rate, and now. So it looks like we have our first pause here. Shouts out to the Judge Kleber Roca. Thank you so much for assisting us with this match. Really appreciate your help. So what we do is in the Nations Cup, if it's your first time here, we have the NC rules and the NC commands, and it tells you how many pauses the match has, and the judge goes over that, and they keep track of that so that we don't have to. So really, really appreciate that. Going into it, any chat predictions? Hopefully we see game 3. I really like this matchup that we're going to see today. I'm very excited to catch this match. And I do also have the NC bracket available here, so we will be seeing one of these players play, one of these teams play on Sunday, the 14th of June? Yes, tomorrow.
Oh, so moving on already, and they will be going up against the winner of Brazil-Belarus, which is currently going on right now.
And that is on Mito BR's channel that is being broadcasted in Portuguese. Let's take a look here. So on my scheduler, we have here, yeah, that would be very, very fun match to watch as well. And that will be cast on this channel with me, yours truly, Muhlort, and Deep Blue. So.
Oh, I see. Obito has a pair of Whisper Seers.
Oh, a fan
for that
favorite.
Unicorn. I see how it is.
I see. Okay, so it's like that.
They have a Magicka staff, so
we do have Heaven
all
Bombers.
They need is a Unicorn and a Mana Crystal.
Starting off strong. Hopefully we see some friendly fire like we did last time. Yeah, it's quite entertaining to watch.
Come on.
So we did have... Yeah, Feathered is a fan favorite. Ooh, there's another pair rolling out. Pulling the unit... Okay, I like this much better. So...
I'm going full opening with the Priest right now. Any high roll? Oh, Brooklyn is a resident high roller. Looks like this game has a Cleave, Abbey Crawler 2, and a 2-star Skyraker. This team is stacked already.
Brooklyn, hold on, it's only round 4.
This is stuff you want to hope maybe by like round 10, and he's got it on round 4.
Okay.
This team is. Oh my
Brooklyn,
God. Okay, well,
Brooklyn's the win streaker. No question.
Yep, they're win streaking with this.
This is a win streak.
Wow. I'm very jealous.
Ideal items, yeah. This really incites
and he's got
jealousy.
goblins now. Oh my gosh!
Okay, yep,
Stop,
there we go.
Brooklyn. Chill.
Brooklyn just needs a Heaven Bomber. Then we're gonna go ahead and snowball. Yep. Okay.
I mean, well, what are they even snowballing for? You usually snowball so you can hit the Abbey too. They've already got it.
They've already got it, and they're fine. Well, I guess save those rolls for the Venomancer. Where'd that cleave there? What'd that cleave do? Okay, so...
He's now running 2 Priest, so...
Okay, yeah, very nice. So it looks like a wonderful start for Team Russia here.
Yeah, to have both like a pretty confident win streaker
and a confident loss streaker,
and an open lane loss streaker. They're in a good spot right now, so maybe Ukraine's probably probably watching this and trying to figure out what they can do right now because they got to already rushes off to a strong start in the early rounds. So
I do want to
gonna
say,
have
though,
to work around.
so two of the people from Team Ukraine, both Atis and Esper, have an option to try to grief Ivy, who is double priesting, so very openly lost striking. We might see some last minute, uh, you know, the shenanigans where you see the people pull out the units at the very last
Yep.
second. But it is too early. It is just round 6, so we'll have to see if they manage to maintain that
Wait.
loss streak.
Okay, so Ivy has now played the first 3 rounds in a row. Ivy played against their own teammates.
Yes, so they're
Yeah,
due for an
so-
appointment with Team...
Or no, they've played one player, I think, from... Have they? Murder,
two
Brooklyn.
players.
They played against... Yeah, they played against Ivy. Oh, wait. Never mind.
All right.
They played against Atis, yeah. So there's a pretty good chance they're gonna hit Ukraine. So anyone but Atis could pull units really quickly. I think if anyone's gonna lose streak, it would probably be looks like Aspire because Faku's already pushed into 5. So yeah, maybe Aspire wants to. He does have a loss streak of his own, so maybe.
And Atis definitely doesn't want to push because we do have that Whisper Seer 2-star with that mana crystal on there.
Nice.
All right. I like this lobby already. It's kind of a high roll lobby. Lots of 2-stars rolling out, and we do see that double priest on the bottom of the lobby there. Going into what seems to be open lane Glacier Knight.
Atis just destroyed Aspire on his
Wait
board.
a second. How much? Wait.
2-star Whisper.
I look away for 1 second, and Esper already has 80
Lost
HP.
by 6 units. Oh
Speaking
my
of Whisper Seers, Brooklyn, who did high roll in the early game, now has a Whisper Seer too. So I'm just gonna aggro, push the rest of the lobby out. Brooklyn pushing to 6 to add that in. So now we have Whisper Seer as well with that assassin.
So scary.
Extremely scary. So we're in for a wild ride today.
Hair rippers.
Buckle up.
Oh, this team is not stopping. Just be thankful he doesn't have heavy bomber, because
I also saw that Murderer from Team Russia pulled a Hell Knight 2 right before the end of the round. So, yep, there we go.
I mean, well, they just took a loss, it looks like. Did they lose to Brooklyn there? No, they lost to Zoom Zoom.
Murderer pulling a Shining Archer and a Warp. What? Wait. Wow. This is a wonderful start into what seems to be feathered. So pushes to 6, adds then the tree, and the tree 2-star. Huge fan of that chess piece, especially with armor. The ultra sustain. I mean,
nice.
Yeah, really good position. So Murderer faces Brooklyn this round. Is Murderer actually going to be able to beat Brooklyn here?
Yeah.
Is on Murderer's board. So, wow. Yeah, shuts it down. Feels good. 2 people from Russia high rolling, so wonderful position.
Zoom Zoom's got a very interesting unit I don't often see in these early rounds.
Wait.
Werewolf.
Wait, I just want to say, Fakug managed to round count at the very last second and pulled out the units when they face Ivy, who is the loss streaker, double priesting. So Fakug maintains that loss streak. It's brilliant.
Beautiful. Hits that very low damage loss streak.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow, that's amazing. Very well played, Team Ukraine. And round counting, if you guys don't know, we do have a 4v4 format. So the Nations Cup, we have 4 people from each country. So in this case, we have Russia versus Ukraine, and then nuanced concepts like scouting, round counting, building builds that counter each other. That's kind of more highlighted in these 4v4 type matches. So while auto chess is known for being a solo game, being able to add in those nuanced elements adds an extra level of challenge there. So we love to see it.
Nice. Aspire's got a very interesting strategy here. They're lost streak while rolling down at 0. Yeah, it looks like they're trying to basically just grief assassin units as quickly as possible to stop Brooklyn.
Brooklyn is so scary. Look at this.
They have a 2-star Ripper in the shop. Are they opting not to buy it?
Wait a second. Oh, there we
Okay,
go.
so they do make it. So yeah, I
Popped
think
it
yeah.
in,
So
so they are
idea is probably gonna be to
contesting.
push 3 mech here and try to
Mm-hmm.
hit assassin rolls as quickly as possible and have like a very low HP, low econ
High
comeback, I guess. Yeah, just to like eat
aggro.
up rolls. Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
if they can like stabilize by like round by like 40 HP, maybe they're gonna want a decent amount of HP because they're already
mm-hmm.
taking a lot right now. So they're
Definitely.
gonna have to hit power spikes very quickly here. Yeah, it looks like they did hit Brooklyn, unfortunately, so not gonna win here. But I think they can beat at least half this lobby with this team, especially with 2 loss streakers. That will be
Yep.
some free mech rolls off of those.
Oh,
Oh,
pulls an
and a
early
Venomancer.
Venomancer.
Did they make?
Okay.
Oh no, but they made a Frantic
Wait,
Mask.
no, no,
I mean,
no.
well,
Okay,
see, the problem is that they are kind of the ones committing to griefing Brooklyn.
right.
So I
And
think they might just pass up on that Veno. Like I think they only want the 3 mech for the extra rolls on Sins. Uh,
our
because
Sin's
they're not in a great spot to even make a
open
comeback,
lane.
especially with the items. Yeah, so if
It's
they are
just
gonna
way
opt to
too
skip the Veno,
expensive, yeah.
yeah, they don't have the items for it. They don't have the econ to make a comeback and like level for it. Yeah, and here they get the free mech rolls, so
Mm-hmm.
they have to commit to Sins.
Ooh,
It
yeah,
hurts, but
very expensive. At the top of the
maybe
lobby, though,
if they made cleave, they might have
Cleave,
had that option.
like, didn't early commit those items there.
Hmm.
At the top of the lobby, though, we do have Brooklyn, who pushed before round 13, trying to maintain that hot streak. Just rolling with the 2 stars that they pulled very, very early, like round 4. So
Yeah,
pushing to 7 to
coasting off of
maintain
that.
that win streak, just coast. Oh, pulled a Shining Assassin. Just wonderful pickups for Team Russia here. And Ivy, over 50 gold, was pre-sting, still pretty healthy compared to Esper, who got hit, unfortunately, by a bunch of Whisper Seers. So, yeah, just added in the Defector there for the extra, because it doesn't do that much damage. Hopefully it doesn't stall, and it
Yeah,
is
just
open
don't want to
lane.
sell any units at this point. Probably hoping to hit one of their pairs very soon so that
Mm-hmm.
they can combine and get a little more breathing room.
Bench space management, that is part of lost streaking. So more than half of the lobby went ahead to
Oh,
push to level 7. Wow, huge hit that round.
Faku already hitting a lot of their forecasts they want. They have Pull Staff Tort and DK on round 13.
Four
Those are very
cost
nice hits for going
units.
mages.
Open lane mages as well.
Yeah.
And so, speaking of 4 costs, if we look at Obito's board, Obito does have the early Venomancer, so it's a good thing that Esper passed up on it, just committed to the griefing and staying on Assassins. Does have the Venomancer, missing a lucky coin for that cleave. Does have both of the wizards, so we do have that 6 goblin power spike in round 14. And we do have Ogre Mage pairs on the bench as well.
It looks like Murderer is now at the top of the leaderboard. Took out Brooklyn's win
Brooklyn,
streak with the Feathered
yeah,
Hunters. That's impressive. I like it.
yep, you
And
love to see
especially,
it.
yeah, Feathered Hunters stopping an assassin win streaker. That's a very good sign for how strong their team is. It is unfortunate they ended their own teammates' win
Win
streak
streak.
there.
Ooh, just to
But
get hit by this, wait. Yeah,
yeah,
this tree has no
it
chance. It's just
yeah,
cornered
it
by
is
a
just
bunch of
hitting a
treants.
lot of people because they went all in. Yeah, I think they're just trying to
Mm-hmm.
punish everyone. I think like they hit Aspire even after he hit all his 2 stars, he hit him for a lot of damage. So, um, although he's on his own team again, everyone's hitting their own teammates for a lot here,
This is a
at very
very,
inopportune times. But
yeah. Oh,
I think
looking,
and we do have 6 goblins out.
yes, we do. So,
Yeah,
Obito does have 6 goblins with the wizards already, early Venomancer, and then it's just a very druid heavy lobby. We joked around about how people pulled early Whisper Seer 2s, but there are a lot of tree 2s as well. So
hmm
very, very tanky early game unit, and Ivy still holding on, managing the economy really well, just coasting because it's open lane Glacier Knights and
yeah.
wonderful pairs, just has to worry about bench space management and has that egg on there as well.
They hit
And
their power spikes. They might be okay. It's rough because there's
mm-hmm.
3 people who are looking at hitting goblins right now.
Yeah,
Although Aspire is probably looking at Sins, so it is a pretty physical lobby. Um, against Sins, yeah, definitely gonna need a beefy Hell Knight. So I think if they can get their 3 stars in time, which they're kind of they're doing
they're
okay. It's round 16. They're kind of behind. I think It
Oh,
it is
pulls the
rough that Murderer's
Venomancer
running
pair.
Hell Knight themselves, so
Oh,
we'll
eggs the
see.
Venomancer, puts it on the bench,
Ooh.
swaps it. Okay. So Ivy opting to put in that Venomancer there. Feels good, man.
They do have Cleave and Frantic Mask, so yeah, we'll see how, how they want to end up doing this. Maybe they want to just grief it, if because I think more. Well, there's like one person on both teams eyeballing Goblin Kira, because it looks like Zoom Zoom wants it them as well for themselves, and
Mm-hmm.
Espire isn't going to be looking at Goblins late game, so they're kind of griefing one person on each team. Which, I mean, if it makes them stronger, I guess that is in their team's favor then. If it's like even on griefing and makes their own team stronger, it is like a decent trade-off in the end. But um, the problem is that Zoom Zoom hasn't hit a Venomancer yet. So Obito has already gotten that 6 Goblin power spike, whereas Zoom Zoom hasn't gotten the benefit of that yet. If he already had 2-star,
Mm-hmm.
there might not be as much issue with griefing Venomancers if you're just trying to prevent a 3-star Venomancer on the other team. But yeah, Obito already has pair Venomancer, whereas Zoom Zoom hasn't hit a single one yet. So we'll see. He would probably desperately like to have those Venos on his own bench right now.
Super contested. Super contested lobby here.
Wait, he's running Frantic Venomancer. What? You know what?
You know what?
You do you. You do you,
Yep.
Ivy. Yeah.
Well, I
You
mean, you
Frantic that
you
bad
can
boy.
you can move it whenever you'd like, and the
Yeah,
Atistix pulls up
exactly.
that hot streak there.
Although it looks like Hell Knight's doing more damage than the Venomancer, so might want to just move those items back. I think the majority of the values getting from this 2-star Veno is going to be the armor reduction. So if the Hell Knight with no items can do more than the Venomancer with Frantic, Cleave, and Disarm, might want to just move those items over at that point.
All right. So taking a look at the way the lobby is split, we do have a bunch of people pushing to level 8 already. Some people holding on to their money, staying above that 50 gold mark. Atistix going all in. So we do have that feathered comp. They're opting for double Whisper Seer 2-star. Feels good, man. All right, chat. Thank you so much for that. This is a repeat of what happened with the USA, but we will fix that shortly. One moment.
All right. So looking here, so Aegis now has the win streak at 81 HP, but it's a very low HP lobby. No one's like super healthy. 80 HP to 30 HP is pretty low for only being round 18. Lots of aggressive players right now, and so Ivy, maybe the benefit of running the 2-star Venomancer is that he's trying to grief people out of hitting the Goblin spikes, because both Goblin players are down to 40 HP already, and so if they can hit them for enough damage before the Venomancer 2 is online, and as I say that, Obito hits the Venomancer 2, of course.
Venomancer 2. Oh
So
my gosh.
that's kind of like the idea with a lot of these aggressive, weaker comp lobbies, is that you want to bully out the meta comps before they can get their power spikes. But Obito
Mm-hmm.
now does have a 2-star, 2-star Venomancer, 6 Goblin Kira team. And especially since this is a very physical lobby, they're in a great spot. I think, do they have an Oblivion staff? They don't, but they do have a
Not
wooden club.
yet. Yeah, okay. There
Well,
we go. Wait, do we
yeah, I
have
don't know about
Cleave on
combining
there?
that Maelstrom. It was probably for like early value, but I would have, if I was them, I would much prefer to have one of those hammers combined with my club right now, because there are lots of feather players right now, and that could be an issue late game. So we'll see. Maybe they can just
Hopefully
high
they
roll a
high
bunch
roll.
of other.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. And so we are approaching the mid game, and because it was a druid heavy lobby, we do have a bunch of people getting pushed out by those Whisper Seers, especially because a lot of people high roll those Whisper Seer 2-stars, and those Treant summons do quite a lot of damage. So
Yeah.
taking a look at the way the lobby is split, Ivy, who was the lobby lost streaker, who did double priest, is much healthier than the rest of the bottom of the lobby, but We do have the 4 Knight for Glacier power spike, and I really like the items that we have on that Hell Knight there, especially the cleave. Has a frantic on the Hell Knight, but we do have 2 Hell Knights, pulling another LBK. This is a high APM roll down moment, so some people pushing to 8, lots of 2 stars getting rolled out this round. Wow, pulling a Devastator. Okay,
Devastator, nice.
taking
Curious if anyone made Oblivion Staff after that creep round.
Brooklyn finally hitting Abyssal Crawler on a round 21. Feels pretty good. Feels good, man.
Great. Yeah, that's probably about when you'd expect to hit it.
Still above 20 gold too.
But Aspire was trying to grief them, and so yeah, Aspire didn't really do a great job doing that. To be perfectly honest, hitting Abbey Crawler on 21's pretty much the last thing you want, and Aspire now is way behind on Abbey Crawlers and probably going to get knocked out very soon themselves unless they high roll them.
Yeah.
Especially, they have 30 gold. They need 5 Abbey Crawlers.
It was kind of an awkward position for Esper to be in because the way the lobby was in the beginning, a lot of high roll people and just low rolling those units, and then having to opt out of lost streaking, having to opt out of getting the Venomancer because they didn't want to step on their teammates' toes. So that was also something to consider. Ivy picking up that hot streak. Okay, pushing to 9. We do have the Devastator, double Agursus. Okay, so instead of opting to just roll, stay on a low level and roll, because they did pull that early Devastator, added in that Agursus bonus, AoE physical damage. There we go. So picking up that hot streak, hopefully they maintain that. Everyone rolled down.
And I didn't catch it, but I'm curious if they communicated with Zoom Zoom on when they were selling Venomancer for the roll down, because Zoom Zoom did hit it, and they transitioned out their Venomancer at one point, but I probably should have been watching to see if maybe Zoom Zoom was trying to roll down at the same time so that they could catch those rolls the second that there was 2 Venomancers placed right back into the
There we go. Veno 2. Naturally, and didn't have to use the egg as well. So 6 Goblin, Power Spike, double Kira with the Wizards, both the Grand Herald and the Grim Touch. So yeah, there we go. Wonderful position for Zoom Zoom to be in. Didn't even have to push 9 to hit that Venomancer. And waiting for a bunch of other power spikes as well. So they'll be able to maintain that econ if they don't get pushed out by the rest of the lobby. Ivy maintaining that hot streak at level 9. So it really did pay off for them to not stall and wait for those open lane Knights, just tossing in that Devastator, very early Devastator, and just pushing.
One of the benefits of going open lane is that you can opt to either roll down, focus on rolling down early, and then you have a good chance of hitting your 2 stars very quickly, but you can also just push levels, and here they are reaping the rewards, getting an early Devastator, and that way you still have because you have a good chance of hitting your 3 stars at a higher level, better than you would in a typical lobby, and especially after he probably wants to do it as before Aspire gets knocked out, because Aspire and Brooklyn are both taking a lot of 2-cost units out of the pool, a lot of Goblin players, which means a lot of Rippers out of the pool.
Yep.
So the pool is going to be more saturated with those Hell Knights and LBKs, so it does make it easier to roll on a 9. But if Aspire does get knocked out before they hit the Hell Knight and LBK 3, might get difficult again, because trying to hit Knights at the high levels 9 and 10 is it's very difficult. It almost turns into a gamble at that point, trying to hit those low cost units.
And okay, so before we hit round 26, about half of the lobby is already at level 9. So Aspire just trying to hold on there. Did have a priest for the mid game. Really rough position to be in, and Zoom Zoom did hit that power spike, but is still trying to hold on. Is contesting a Beetle from Team Ukraine. And at the top of the lobby, we do have the feathered assassins, and Atis does have a dark spirit, so feels good, man. Especially with that pulse staff on there.
Pulse staff, yep, and the scryer.
Oh, the scryer, yeah.
Helps against the mages, and It does also help against. I mean, it does pretty well against this lobby because it counters the mages and it does help with the goblins as well. Glacier Knight player can help pick off one shot a couple of units. It doesn't do too. I mean, against Sins, it can. It's kind of hit or miss. It depends where it aims its ult at. If it can hit the carry, it can be very helpful against Sins. So we'll see if they can net some good value off of it. But especially in Feathered, never bad to run Scryer.
Ooh.
Super helpful late game.
And speaking of that board, let's go back. ATES did pull those 3-star druids finally. They probably, the rest of the lobby probably sold them because we are approaching the late game. Having that 3-star tree is pretty tanky, and having that just soak up the damage, be the meat shield there. I'm a huge fan of that. Scryer ult pops off the Dark Feathered Servants, Dark Spirit. They're just sitting in that Dark Spirit soup, and they're cornered by all of those summons, and Shining Assassin picking up in the back. Nice. Oh, looking at the bottom of the lobby. Yep. Okay, so everyone manages to hold on. Matchup order is still not reset, but it's looking like HP is running really close, aside from the top of the lobby. So Brooklyn from Team Russia and ATES from Team Ukraine. Yeah, this might come down to matchup RNG again. Really depends on who hit their power spikes when.
And yeah, especially with so many people are within, like, they could just get knocked out this round even against the wrong team. Against, like, Brooklyn could probably get even Espire maybe 16 damage. Do they have an Oblivion staff? They don't. Okay, never mind. So,
Druid heavy lobby feels
I'm surprised
weird,
there
man.
aren't more Oblivion staffs in this lobby right now because there's so many feathered.
So Zoom up against Murderer from Team Russia. So hopefully doesn't get knocked out by their own teammate. Everyone, the bottom 5 people are very, very close to getting knocked out. So holds, Obito taking a hit. Murderer is out first. Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
And Esper holding on with 2 HP. So matchup order is reset. So Murderer getting knocked out from Team Russia. Wow, okay.
Yeah, Aspire's in a very bad spot themselves. Never really hit that Abbey tree, so they might be the next one out.
Ivy finally hitting that Hell Knight 3-star. Gave up on that LBK because they rolled all the way down, but opting to go for that Desperate Doctor 3-star. And now...
And, yeah, I do like Hell Knight more in this lobby. Lots of physical carry units. You do want... it is preferable to have the 1v1 with Hell Knight then against Sins and Venoman. Way more so than LBK. LBK is much better against like Mage and Divinity, even Hunter sometimes, depending on what their positioning in team comp is like. But I don't, because it also, LBK really helps against Spirits, but I don't think I see people being in a position to run Spirits unless Zoom and Obito really hold on. I don't think that's going to be an issue.
Money.
Fakug might be the only one to run it, but
oh wait,
I think they're going to get knocked out before they get 4 Spirits online.
Abby,
well, so probably won't be an issue.
1v1 matchup, Esper manages to hold on against Obito here. That was very, very close. If the Abyssal Crawler wasn't on that Venomancer, the Venomancer would have just deleted the rest of the team. So both Zoom and Obito are contesting essentially the same build, and because of the way that the lobby is split, everyone else is trying to push those goblin players out because those are pretty scary. And okay,
that's the issue with like the low health middling or loose streaking into goblin, is that if other players aggressively hit these like comps that spike throughout the mid game and like early late game, you don't have enough health to come back, because goblins, even when like fully online, there's some matchups where they might just take damage here and there. So if you're already at if you're only at 20-30 HP when you get full goblin, and there's just one player you're scared against, it's very spooky.
Esper just got knocked out last round by the Knight player, and Obito are they going to be able to hold? It looks like yes, but against the Shining Assassin, it's kind of just stalling. Is Scryer going to pop off more dark? Nope. Okay, holds. So as we approach round 30, it is the creep round. On round 31, the matchup order will be reset, so it could be anyone's game. So one person from Team Russia got knocked out, one person from Team Ukraine. All right. It's
Zoom
really,
Zoom.
really close lobby.
Yeah. Zoom Zoom, Fakug, and Obito all close to getting knocked out, and that'll determine who secures tiebreaker.
That's right.
If Zoom Zoom gets knocked out, Ukraine does get the tiebreaker. However, I don't know. I think that, I mean, Obito did hit the Dark Spirit, so they're probably in the best spot. But all three of these teams could get knocked out right now. It's really just, yeah. And when someone
Matchup
loses, you don't even
RNG.
know. You have no idea. Like
Yes.
there's more. Yeah, like there's 3 players from each team, so there's no like even like odds you can play. Like, oh, we have a higher chance of hitting so and so. It's
Because you
just kind of
can't
up in the air
count and
right
you
now.
can't even pull out
Yeah.
the units. But Obito is preparing for the late Goblin Spirit matchup, and that is an indicator of being able to read the lobby. Okay, who am I potentially going to face in the final rounds? What's my win condition to be able to secure this win for my team? And that's always something that's really good to look at. Just having those on the bench there for that spirit bonus. So Obito is up against Atus here. The Warpwood just tanking, but I think Obito might be able to hold on. Doesn't have Oblivion Staff, but we do have the. Oh, wait.
Out.
Fakug is knocked out that round. Oh, Zoom Zoom taking a hit, but holding on.
And so,
oh my god, this is such a
Russia
close
does secure tiebreaker.
lobby.
That's really big for Russia here. So now Obito, yeah, they need to play for the 4 spirits now and hold on. That is, like, it stinks that Baku got knocked out, but it does make it so that 4 spirits is extremely viable right now. 4 spirits is the play to make, especially because every single carry right now is a melee unit at this point. So 4 spirits is what is going to counter everyone here. So they are they have the units, I believe, could swap for it right now, but they would lose Kira bonus. So see.
Zoom Zoom did pull those 3-star mech units. Doesn't have the spirits on the bench at all yet, but basically just trying to hold on. So
they just need the gold. They need what, another? If they make it.
Oh,
no, but the Hell Knight, yeah, Ivy played that really well. They put Hell Knight right on the same square, because that's the scary thing, is that Obito was frontlining the Venomancer because they were scared of the assassin units, and they got punished for it.
So the way
maybe I don't know, like, what the optimal positioning is there. Maybe like to sandwich the Venomancer so that there's a couple units protecting its back, but you don't want it in the front there, because then everyone on the other team can just frontline their carries and kill the Venomancer early, and they get knocked out for that.
And that's game.
Yep, that is
oh
gonna go
my
to
gosh.
Russia,
Yep. Congratulations, Team Russia. GG, well played. Yeah. And solid loss streak to that victory from Ivy there. Just double priesting into open lane Glacier, and then recognizing, okay, maybe I could push to 9. It'll benefit me more. I'll be able to pick up a win streak, get the essential power spike instead of rolling on 8 or 7. There we go. Congratulations. Let's go ahead and add that on the board here. All right. And then I think they're just trying to close out the game here.
Yeah.
Lots of
Hell Knight, yep, keeps the win streak going.
Very druid heavy lobby, and we do have that Oblivion Staff just waiting on the Monkey King. Look at these legendary items. So Axe of Fury, and there was one open lane mage player from the opposing team, so that claw one was special just for them. So it is much more difficult to hit LBK3, but it's not like it's super necessary. And we do have that essential CC that we do get from that Desperate Doctor there. We have the double Shaman bonus. So free Penguin. Yeah.
And there's Shadow Crawler in there for good luck.
For good luck. Up against Atistic. So the Dark Spirit ult does pop off, because it does have that instant ult from the item there. Hell Knight looks like it's just going to be able to hold on. Big cleave. Ooh.
Clearing out these units.
Just cleaning house here. Hell Knight. And then 8-6 holding on with 2
Ooh, we
HP.
lose.
Wait a sec. Wait, the good luck.
How much HP?
Wait a second.
That Shadow Crawler had like 1 HP.
That was
Oh
close.
my
Oh,
gosh.
wait. What just
What
happened there?
items? Oh, AC, I guess. AC
Yeah,
the different maker.
Barbaricurus.
And I think they had really bad Oblivion Staff procs because it was whiffing like every attack
Lucky
on the
crits.
Shadow Crawler. Yep.
Lucky crits.
Lucky
RNG.
crit. Yeah, it's RNG. At the end
RNG.
of the day, a
Easy.
2-star Shadow Crawler can
We spoke too
1v1
soon.
a 3-star Hell Knight if the 3-star Hell Knight can never hit it. Like, what's the Hell Knight supposed to do? Doesn't matter how
So
good your items
close.
are if you can't do any damage.
I mean, just be lucky. Easy.
Exactly. And then that's the difference maker is if IV can pick up if anyone can pick up a Monkey King Cane, it makes a huge difference here. They hit it. They did not. They got a Wraith Shard though, so it looks like they opted for Infused Mask and Big Cleave now. So when the Oblivion Staff procs, they get a lot of value out of it. They just have to hope they don't get those misses again.
Okay.
Just holding on.
Oh. So repositioning for this matchup here. So Tree soaking up the damage from that Hell Knight. Dark Spirit ult, does it pop off? No, it does
Hell Knight
not.
goes right for his Shadow Crawler.
Oh my gosh. And
ending the win streaker's win streak on their board and getting annihilated by them on your board feels a little bit weird, but that's just the RNG of the game.
Alright, so is there any win condition for Brooklyn here? So Brooklyn does have the spirits on there. We do have the Dark Spirit, and we do have the Grand Herald and the Grim Touch. So adding in Helicopter for good measure. Now, oh, looks like we have a pause in the match.
A pause after they already won.
Wait.
Is that just
I think
BM?
it's BM.
just saying we don't even need pauses to win this.
Oh my gosh.
Go.
Go.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know who paused that, but that's BM. So, the way things are, I think Brooklyn is probably just waiting for that the third spirit, the water spirit there, instead of the helicopter, but being low on econ feels weird, man. We do have the wizards on the bench. Hello, thank you, Unicorn. Can probably afford one more roll. Yep. So sold the helicopter. 9 out of 10. Added in that Devastator. Okay, I do like the Devastator more than the helicopter in that scenario.
Yeah.
So, wow, look at the items on this Abyssal Crawler. I'm a huge fan of the Barbaricurus for that Armor Shred, AC. Do have the Infused Mask for the extra sustain. Knocks out that Hell Knight.
Priest wasn't enough, yeah.
You'll love to see it.
Both won. Winning.
Both winning there. I think it's lucky crits, yeah. Yep. Assassins, I let fate decide. We do pull the egg there, and we have an option. Could easily get baited by the 2-star Grim Touch, but we do need that water, the Thunder Spirit as soon as possible. Brooklyn can probably take 1 or 2 more hits if they're lucky.
Yeah.
Ivy is 2 LBKs away.
Yeah,
wait,
LBK,
what? Wait, there we go.
They're really close.
Wait, I think they rolled past an egg. I don't...
Did they?
I think so.
Oh. Got the tunnel vision
Someone
on the LBK.
Might have to clip that just to clarify, because I have... I don't know if I hallucinated an egg, but I'm pretty sure I saw those eyes. Feels bad, man.
They find the LBK, they cannot.
So just looking for an egg or another LBK on Ivy's board. That is another power spike, and we do have Frantic.
Oh, okay. Alright.
So...
Put the dev of their own in there, and they are going to get way more value out of dev than Brooklyn will.
Because of that Agursus, yeah.
Yep, get the Agursus, and Sins are much squishier units than knights. So,
Much
but I do
squishier, yeah.
really like. Ooh, I love Brooklyn with the taboo though. That's a nice play. I feel like that, but yeah, they probably want to keep the taboo, and if anything, being the carry at least until. I mean, if IV hits LBK3, then they can opt to like switch the carries out, but till then their carry just lost half their damage pretty much, or like a third of it. So
No LBK feels bad, man. But, you know, free priests, so
mhm.
probably going to be able to hold on for a couple more rounds. Look at all these legendary items rolled out on Ivy's backpack. So the Infuse, we have the Big Cleave, Mjolnir, the Monkey King Cane. Feels pretty good against a Feathered Sin player. So, ooh, Carrie got turned into a penguin. Oh, my apologies. That's the Razor Claw. And then, oh, Brooklyn taking a huge hit this round, holds on with 3 HP.
Ooh,
All right.
nice
We
holding out.
we do have the Thunder Spirit on the bench there.
Got the 4 spirits
Gotta have
now.
the 4 spirits potentially. Ivy finally hitting that Lightblade Knight 3-star. This lobby is really, really close. So we're gonna go ahead and play this out. Maybe we can see some big brain Grand Herald plays that we've seen in the past. Maybe like Steel
Probably
Shaman or
worth
Devastator.
stealing.
I would say Devastator probably, or
Devastator,
yeah,
yeah. Devastator or Desperate Duck, maybe even.
Desperate 3, yeah. So just putting those units there. We do have the full 4 spirits, 7 deadly sins with the both the wizards. Is it going to be enough though? This abyssal crawler with that cleave there does freeze that
It's
Hell Knight.
not.
Oh my gosh, that is not enough. GG, well played.
Yep. Abbey Crawler wasn't tanky enough, and also the Hell Knight was placed right in front of the Dark Spirit, so it beelined right for it and killed it before it could get ult off.
Yep.
Probably needed to hide it a little bit there, but regardless, Russia gets first and second.
Yep, that's
And they
right.
do take game 1. Looks like we're swapping out some players here.
So, as we approach match 2, thank you so much to all the viewers. Thank you to all the organizers. I would like to give a quick shout out to Jalek from AutoChess Indonesia, thehighest.com. Thank you for making the overlay. It is animated and just making the scuff streamer a little less scuffed for the Nations Cup. Thank you so much for Pocket AutoChess for sponsoring our tournament with the in-game rewards, and we just recommend that you guys download that and then show some love for the Nations Cup on there. Check out your statistics, round by round analysis, especially.
That can be really helpful in this meta because the econ is very
Yes.
different game to game, and has changed a lot since like season 4. So especially if like you haven't been playing a lot of season 5, or you're not really sure how people are playing, I think it can be really enlightening as to how other players are winning in this meta, because the pacing of the game is totally different from other metas. So I think the Pocket Auto Chess app is, with that round by round like econ analysis, is more helpful now than ever.
Definitely. And I do see some people on Twitter retweeting just like, oh, look, I hit queen, and then look at my match history, and it shows you how many, like, I think it's your past 20 games as well. So as we approach match 2, this is the losers bracket. So whoever gets knocked out here gets knocked out of our tournament in the Nations Cup AC.
Yes, this is tournament life for Ukraine right now.
So
See how they do. Right now it looks like for this match, Ukraine will be running Fakug, Obito, Espire, and Atist, and Team Russia is running Brooklyn, Bao Bao, Zoom Zoom, and Ivy.
so Babo got substituted in there. Okay. I'm very excited to see a match 2. Hopefully we get to see a match 3, because the last match was quite close. The way the lobby was split, it was basically down to matchup RNG, and that's how the Ukraine-Russia show match was the last time we hosted that as well. So,
Ooh.
any early pairs getting rolled out? Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
looks like
wait.
Bao Bao even locked their first shot for pair Heaven Bomber and the Skybreaker.
Okay. Then looks like Ivy also has a pair of Skybreakers and a Heaven Bomber. So the race for the ever elusive Ripper.
Yep, everyone already shooting for it, and luckily it looks like Russia has most of the mechs at the moment, so
Yep.
in a good spot there. No Rippers yet.
So as we saw from match 1, we did see the mech players get pushed out of the lobby very early because it was a druid heavy lobby. So even after they hit that 6 goblin Kira power spike with the 2 level 2 Venomancer, we didn't see any of the goblin players top 4 in that last match. So in comparison, this is a little bit of a low roll lobby. We have a lot of pairs, but you know, so last match we did see somebody from Team Russia pull an early Abyssal Crawler 2-star, early, I believe it was Skybreaker 2-star as well in the front. So it was,
I think that really shows like how the pacing of the match is really dictated by who's high rolling early. Because
yeah.
if you see the Goblin players high rolling early game, you know you're going to have a long game with lots of legendaries and 3-star 4-cost units being the late game winning comp, and you kind of have to like judge that ahead of time. However, if all the Goblin players are maybe loose streaking or middling, and there's high roll Feather players or Sins players, there's a good chance those Goblin players will be knocked out early before they can get their max power spikes online, and you're going to be looking more at 35 to 40 being the ending round, and you kind of have to just play that out accordingly. So
yep, that's right.
it's not just about like acknowledging what you have to counter late game, but what kind of comp you're going to be running when the game is ended. So you know, because if you think that there's not going to be Goblin players online, you're not going to be shooting for like hitting some crazy like round 45 comp that's like super expensive. You know that the pacing's going to be super aggressive. No one's going to have econ, so it's going to be much cheaper comps winning, and you need to hit your spikes earlier. So kind of have to just judge that early on based on who's win streaking. It's not like a perfect indicator, but is very strong at showing what what the end of your game is going to look like.
So looking at the lobby here, Fakug and Obito, both from Team Ukraine, and Zoom Zoom from Team Russia, went ahead to push to 5-on-5, adding shout out to the pairs. We do have a lot of pairs rolled out on there, so just basically trying to hold on. So Obito does have the 3 mech, but Ivy with the Skybreaker 2-star and the cleave on there is going to be able to hold on. So after pushing to 5, just kind of hoping to be able to snowball. Wait, the Hell Knight's done with the cleave.
Do they get the
wow.
mech alive? The mech is still alive.
There we go. So
very nice to hit that roll there.
Free part of mech.
Shot it. Yeah, might pick up a Ripper here. We'll see.
So that wonderful push by the team there managed to be able to pay off. Wait, did we miss any big brain plays? So it looks like Esper from Team Ukraine is priesting, and Brooklyn just pulled out the units there. Brooklyn maintaining that loss streak. Did Esper lose the last round? Esper won.
Just got news from Ice Cream. Belarus did beat Brazil 2-1. Brazil is out.
Brazil is out. Congratulations, Belarus. And we will... Okay, so the winner of today's match will be facing Team Belarus. Congratulations.
Nice.
GG,
so, the CIS trifecta.
Trifecta. Might dye my hair green after all.
There's still a chance.
There's still a chance. So... Wow, okay, so... I do want to talk about that last round. Major griefing. So the fact that Esper's loss streak got shut down very, very early. I don't know if that was done intentionally, because there's a very, very low chance of hitting.
Like, the lobby looks so weird where Espire's the 3rd highest in health with 1 priest.
With 1 priest. Like, 21 gold though.
I mean, yeah, they're still in a great spot. They're still super healthy, and it's round 7. Like, if you're at 96 HP on round 7, they're perfectly fine starting their loss streak right now. Like, it did get ended, which is unfortunate. It does, like, it does stop how good their econ would be later
still
game.
Pretty early,
but,
though.
Yeah, like, 96 HP is never a bad time to start your loss streak. You're basically starting it at 100, so they're like, okay, I'm already at 20 gold. Our econ's already, my interest is already racking up. I'll just start over.
I
It's
just
okay.
really love that because we never get an opportunity to see that very early on. So has Brooklyn hit Esper yet, or are they due for an appointment? Yes, so Brooklyn did hit Esper and then won, so did maintain that loss streak. Wonderfully played.
One thing I'd like to see is that after the item change, teams like both having like multiple players on the same team running the same priest, but one of them puts items on their priest to win the fight. Like if they know that they're gonna hit
Yeah.
the other, so that they can both run priest, but they can guarantee, like, just throwing like
Right.
a sword or like a frantic mask on your
Something.
priest or
Yeah.
whatever, so that they can 1v1 the other one, and so that you can both like just so, like if you already know that one person's hit the other, just so that you can both continue to like reap the benefits of that priest while without having to end your other teammates' loss streak.
That would be really fun to watch. I agree. And Abito, at the top of the lobby, are they on a win streak? I haven't been able to look quite yet, so...
And I think I've
yes,
actually seen that way back from like season 2,
oh,
that like
really?
when they added the priest, that there were people who would run, if another person was trying to grief their loss streak by running a priest themselves, they would run double mana crystal on their priest in the early rounds, because that would make it so that they get their ult off early, and the
Yes.
timing would be that the other enemy would have their ult up when they were like at a later time, and so that their priest would always win the fight, basically, because they wouldn't get any value out of their priest ult.
And
So there are ways
wow.
there are ways to guarantee that your priest can like lose a priest 1v1.
Now that we do have the transferable items, that is much more viable. High IQ plays. Thank you, Deep Blue. So
Hyper focusing on griefing loss streaks.
I know in this economy. And that is something else I do like about these 4v4 is it gives you more of an incentive to loss streak and grief loss streaks. I do really like those plays. They're quite entertaining to watch. So Fakug did pull an early Dragon Knight. Looks like we might have... okay, so added in the early dragons, has a tort on the bench, didn't commit to any items just yet, no mana items in their shop, but we know that Fakug is pretty good at running the dragon mages, did do it in the last match. Esper pulling an LBK 2-star. Let's take a look at their board. So it looks like they're going Glacier Knights, kind of hard committed into that, still holding on to some items. Brooklyn is looking at running mages, so we do have 2 thunder spirits. I don't know if this is going to be able to clear out the golems. It might be able to kill 1 or 2 depending on the flaming wizard, but I do like the ult on the flaming wizard.
Did get the actually no, that wasn't a good Winter Cairo ult, because he's not gonna get the second ult off. If the Winter Cairo was able to hit the flame wizard, they might have been able to pick a unit off, but yeah, times like this, when I don't know, that was really confident of them to not run the priest there. I think especially they did have 2 Thunder Spirit, but I think without 2-star, even with the mage bonus, is not going to be enough. So it's probably better just to run that priest in there and just assume, because even if you killed 1 unit, I think that would basically be equivalent to running priest, and so priest just makes it so that there's like no risk, basically, because you're basically just banking on killing 1 unit, so you have a chance at taking a little bit less damage, or just a chance at taking the same amount of damage. So you might as well just run the priest there, unless you think you can somehow one-shot the main rot golem, which if your team's not that strong, it's probably not going to happen anyway.
There were no spirit front lines, so I don't think the chances of ulting non-stop on 1 rock were pretty low.
Maybe they were just doing the all-out gamble that Ogre Mage was going to hit the Flame Wizard, and Flame Wizard was going to get 20 lightnings off in a row and save the day, but no such luck.
All right, so at the bottom of the lobby, we do have both Esper and Brooklyn still doing that loss streak. So Esper has 3 of the Desperate Doctors on there and decides to bench that LBK. Brooklyn fielding units. So have they hit each other yet? Oh my gosh, we might see some big brain plays here from Brooklyn. Oh my gosh, pulling units at 3, 2, 1. Okay. And hits at 8 to sticks, and looking at Esper's board, dodges. Okay, there we go. We might have seen...
it's very low health now.
Yeah. Just just for the 33% chance of hitting us for...
I mean, if you're already gonna get bottom 3 and they're not griefing anyone, so it's like really the only, if I don't think they're in a position where they can come back and make it top 5 really. They're probably looking at bottom 3 anyway, so the only value they're gonna get out of their team
is
at this
griefing
point
the
is
lost
ending
streak,
Aspire's
right? Yes,
loss.
that's
It's
right.
the one thing they can contribute right now,
So,
is ending the loss.
I really do like pulling the units out at the very last second. It's always very amusing, especially when it works. Wait a second.
There's too many units.
Yeah, they
board,
pulled.
So.
Yeah, you only get the
They
element of surprise one. So
wait, but they hit Brooklyn.
Brooklyn,
this time.
no, they hit
could've
each
done
other.
it.
Unlucky. Honestly, played that game perfectly. There was nothing that could have been done.
Nothing could have been done. I mean, and now here they won. So are they just gonna all in now?
There we
They
go.
got a lot of econs, so they can make a big power
That
spike
was
here.
quite the litmus test. So is Mage's open lane?
7, maybe high roll of 4 cost.
There we go.
I think it is open lane. Yeah. No one's really
open lane mages.
Obito has like 2 mages, but they already have the Veno, so they were probably like thinking about it, but they're definitely gonna be going goblins now.
So let's move on to Obito's board. We do have that early Venomancer with the Cleave Pulse, just so it can get ult off. We do have both the Kira and Priesting, just for that middling purpose. Ivy hot streaking, also Zoom Zoom hot streaking. Both of them represent Team Russia. Ivy with a lot of the 2 stars. Oh wow. Hits Zoom Zoom. The other win streaker that round is Hunters. Still no Venomancer for Ivy, even though Ivy pushed early around 13. Obito from Ukraine got that in level 6, so just pulling that. Ivy's win streak does get shut down that round. So, wow. Okay, Ivy's 1 away from Heaven Bomber 3 star. Still no Venomancer. Taking a look at the top of the lobby, Zoom Zoom pulling the early Shining Assassin. We might see some Feather get rolled out there. Fakug from Team Ukraine is also going Feathered this lobby, so that does hit the power spike in the mid game, hopefully pushing out the other team members in the mid to late game, around 20. Once they hit those 3 level 3 Warpwood Whisper Seer type units. Shouts out to Klimp Show. Thank you so much for that tier 1 subscription. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I think right now the 2 Goblin players, Ivy, they've got 2 stars, but they don't have any of the 4 cost units, so they're way behind on hitting their power spike. Obito does have 1 Veno, but no wizards, and the rest are 1 star basically, probably off the like late pivot. So
that's right.
Now is the time to push if you don't want to face Goblins late game. People want to punish those 2 players because they're still at 80-65. So
can I just say, Obito, even though he didn't push, he's getting those pairs.
Yeah, or you can just high roll. That's the thing.
Or just high roll. You know.
The rest of the lobby needs to recognize that. Like, okay, he's at 65 HP. He's already got Paravenomancer, like, naturally.
Yep. Rolling down, push to 8. All right, we're almost there. Okay, hit the 2-star. High APM from Obito here.
So there will be a Goblin player late game. That is pretty much determined at this point. All they need is a Grim Touch for the spike.
The split-second decision-making is just so impressive. Added in that Frost Blaze because you're like, okay, well, it's a Warlock, so get that extra sustain. Now is the time to win streak. So even though Zoom Zoom... Wait. Even though... Where is it? Even though Ivy had those units from Team Russia, still didn't have the Venomancer. So Obito pushing off curve, huge brain plays because it just takes those Venomancers out of the pool.
The confidence they needed.
That's right.
And they did benefit from it. It looks like they're still opting to roll a little bit. They want to see that Grim Touch definitely sooner rather than later. But the 2-star Venomancer just alone with the... oh, they hit Grim Touch. There.
Oh my gosh, there we go.
So
early push.
Round 17.
Always lucky.
2-star Venomancer. Got stacked items.
There we go. Wonderful items.
Yep. The whole game just got late game just got completely shifted based on that 2 rounds of rolling there from Obito.
The tides have turned. High APM. Really good decision making.
Coming to a quick end, as we can see here from Obito's board. He is running right through that win streak team. So Zoom Zoom even going all in, not enough.
That's right.
Yeah, all-in Goblin Kira hitting their units will always beat all-in Feathered Hunters hitting their units.
So,
Oh, and he loses
Atis. Oh,
anyways
yep.
to Atis going
There you
all-in.
go.
Okay, so yes, Zoom Zoom is about to slowly move down the leaderboard. Not in a great spot, but they have 90 HP, so they're probably just gonna hope they can like hold on to for like
Coasting.
a fourth or a fifth, maybe
Yep.
help secure tiebreaker for their team, because they are not gonna be the late game hero.
Especially because Fakug
Russia.
went all in also and is griefing those units. Just
Exactly.
one
Yeah,
druid away from Whisper Seer, just waiting on that
they're gonna
bear
have
there, and
a
really
hard
close
time
to a
hitting that
tree.
sniper 3.
Yep. Oh, an Esper at the bottom of the lobby.
3-star LBK.
3-star LBK in a
Okay.
contested Glacier lobby, while Bao Bao from Russia is not running Glacier Knights. It is griefing those
I
Glacier
don't like the
units.
Python wand on it though. There's one mage player, which I guess it helps against, but there's a bunch of feathered and a bunch of goblin. This is another lobby where you
MKB type, yeah.
you need an MKB in this lobby. Super important here. Can help against
Two
cutting through that
feathered in the
goblin.
lobby.
Yeah, the
Definitely,
goblin
yeah.
regen, and helps pick off those pesky feather units and makes it sure that you don't get those rounds where you just whiff every single attack.
Yeah.
Like we saw where a 3-star Hell Knight can lose to a 2-star Shadow Crawler if doesn't have that
Especially
nice
with the
procs
crit
on it.
prop. Yep. Looking at Brooklyn's board, I really like this. Early Tort 2 does have the early pulse on there. Devastator for a little bit of diversity and dishing out the damage. Does have the 3 dragons. Not the Dragon Knight yet, but we do have a Venomancer pair. Venom pair hits Esper that round. Okay, Tort charging up for an alt. LBK with the Python manages to hold Devastator ult pops off and
Is it gonna survive?
basically
Bounce,
clears.
bounce. Oh my
gosh. Yeah, there we
Barely
go.
hanging on.
There we go. Clears the
And
whole
so, yeah,
team.
got a lot of value out of that Python
Thank
wand
you.
there.
So hopefully they get an Oblivion staff for the 2 feathered players for later.
Yep.
Bao Bao's
They
kind
have
of in a
one
rough
club. They just
spot.
need one hammer. They're
Just
very
a
close to
hammer.
hitting it.
And it is round 20, so we are approaching round 21, which is usually a high roll down, high APM round.
Let's see a rune hammer and what is it? I think they need the Wraith Shard. That would
Rune
be
hammer,
that would be their perfect
Wraith
high
Shard.
roll between 20 and 25.
For the
so if they
shop.
get the infused mask on that frantic mask, which would really
Yep.
help against the goblins, and then getting an Oblivion staff. That would be their perfect high roll on items.
Still quite wealthy as well, so aiming for that Hell Knight 3-star. And because Bao Bao is not going Knights, it's not going to be contested there. So that's a potential top 3 comp, I think. Yeah,
rune hammer.
pulled mana.
Just
Feels
another
bad, man. Just another
Frantic,
stick.
it looks like they're making. Yeah.
Oh, double frantic. Okay,
Yep.
there we go. Double frantic. And Ivy pulling another. Okay. Oh, have a lot of money to roll down with here. Does have that Venomancer with the cleave. Still waiting on a Grim Touch on Ivy's board. It pulls the Marines.
Looks
Just
like they're opting not to go hyper APM on this round. Playing it a little bit chill, just running some more melee units with CC there.
Yep. Just
See.
coasting.
Yep.
And
They do have a lot of 3-stars, and they have mech, so they just have to be able to win against a few teams. They'll have a lot of rolls that they
free
can make.
rerolls, yep. But hopefully they do manage to win, because a lot of people did hit their power spikes,
I
including
don't think they're winning this. Yeah.
Beto pushing to level 9, maintaining that hot streak after hitting that crucial power spike for the Goblin mechs here. Wow. So,
Yep.
Steel Plate Mail, we're really close to the Barbaric Cuirass on there. Pair of Grim Touch, we have the Cleave, Disarm, feels good, man.
See, we're seeing that Ivy's now going all in on this round.
Yeah.
They got the wake up call of 16 damage last round, but it's like you wanna go all in before you take 15.
There we
16
go. There's
damage.
Venomancer
Like, you don't want
too.
to wait to lose a third of your health to say like, oh, maybe I should probably push right now.
Obito did push round 16, and that was a very, very successful roll down. Very lucky, especially because they didn't push beforehand. So hopefully Ivy doesn't get punished for waiting to roll down, because Ivy was the lobby win streaker for quite a bit. So, oh, even though Wow, so Obito's up against Brooklyn. Does Venomancer manage to hold? Oh my gosh, it just cleans up the rest of the team. Devastator all pops off. It sustains that health. Obito manages to maintain that win streak. And Bao Bao at the bottom of the lobby representing Team Russia in a really, really rough spot. So this is something that I've seen a couple games. The Berserker carry, not having Frantic for the sustain feels kind of bad, but this is basically the anti-spirit comp because it does have the Berserker carry. So since Berserker has a ranged attack, it doesn't get spirit procs on there, but in this particular lobby it is kind of struggling to be able to maintain HP.
Yeah, I'm not like in their outlook too great here. Yeah, going up against
Very difficult.
Feathered here. I mean, Berserker has a lot of. It's got the Oblivion
Does have the
staff.
Oblivion, but I don't
It's
know.
not
It's
protected here.
this
Yeah.
tree is just so
By this,
beefy. Whisper just
I think
summoning
I think
those
a big part
treants.
of a big part of this comp is that the swordsman and Red X are uncontested. So I think
Yep.
a big part of it is having the 3-star Cave Clan units so that you have a beefy front line that can protect your Berserker, but they were still running 2-star, and this late in the game, 2-star Swordsman and 2-star Red X with only 3 Warrior bonus are
Really
not
falls
very
off.
tanky. Yeah, they just get deleted. You need to have like the beefy unit, so maybe they didn't roll one enough. I don't know. And also maybe they were just trying to stay out of their teammates' way that game.
Right, definitely.
They definitely weren't really contesting them too much, just contesting a couple Glacier units, but not even Knights. So probably should have just been going Knights that game instead, just to eat up some units and maybe delay the LBK3
From
a little bit
Esper.
there. Esper probably would have taken another 5-6 damage if they didn't hit LBK for another couple rounds. But
Just
Bao
take
Bao
them
will be going
down with you. Yeah, I'm so
exactly.
Bao Bao gets knocked out that round. Esper up against Obito, who is the lobby win streaker, so that LBK is well positioned in the corner there. Extra sustain from the double frantic, does have the Python wand, but I don't know. There's not enough CC to be able to shut down this Venomancer 1v1. Light Knight bounces, yeah, it's looking like it's gaining more mana than, gaining more health than it's dishing out. So, yep, taking a hit from the Goblin player there.
Yeah, LBK not too strong against Venomancer.
Wait, let's go on Obito's board right here. Ivy does have the big cleave on there, and Herald with the assist.
This is a draw.
This is
no.
A
no way
season 5
1v1
the courier.
Perfectly balanced as all things should be.
Yeah, that's right. There we go. Season 5 in a nutshell. Obito's win streak gets shut down there.
Very reminiscent of the old Abbey Crawler meta. Just 2 Abbey Crawlers constantly hiding in their shells, not even attacking each other.
That's right. Well, I think part of it is just Ivy getting the legendary axe on there first, and then we do have the Oblivion for the feathered players, and we do have the Python, so slightly better items on Ivy's board. Being able to shut down Obito there kind of puts a hindrance on Team Ukraine, but I don't know. Obito's still pretty healthy, has an egg on the bench, has a Venomancer, so I'm anticipating that Obito's easily going to be able to get the top 3 in this lobby. So I do want to check up on the mage player, Brooklyn. So it was open lane mages, but then now... So the shortcoming about mages is that, well, one, there's 2 hunters, and the assassin player does have marine bonus on there. So when that happens, typically what we see is that the mage player tries to diversify the type of damage that they're dishing out. So Rogue Guard and Devastator both do physical damage, and that's something to consider.
I love the Oblivion staff on the Rogue Guard there with the cleave. So those are going to be some big hits against the enemy feather players, but I'm not sure if it'll be enough. We'll see.
Oh my gosh.
They're getting deleted by goblins
legendary
here.
Goblin. Yeah, okay. It's really tough to be a mage player in this lobby, especially not a high roll mage. Basically middled into that. Esper gonna take a hit from Obito. Wait.
And that's why the diversified gobs aren't as strong anymore, is because of diversified mage damage, because against a Kira Goblin team, it doesn't really do anything because the physical damage isn't really contributing anything, and that burst damage, as long as the Venomancer has a Python wand or Claw wand, after the burst damage, it doesn't you're just basically helping kill the units in the right order, and now the physical damage is going to do nothing against that Venomancer, and now you've just got a mage team with no spirit procs against
Zoom Zoom 11
the
out of 9. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh.
Oh.
So, AI sold some units there. I didn't keep track of what, but we still have the pair of Dark Spirits, so that's good. Yeah, that was a...
But it would have been nice to have another Dark Spirit on the board there.
Yes, it would have. But it was a high roll down round and gonna get punished that round. Gonna get
punished hard. Hey, they're maintaining the loss streak. All part of the plan.
all according to
That
plan.
gold loss streak.
There
See,
we
they
go.
saved. That was a big brain play.
Controlled.
Saving 2 gold there.
There we go.
Well done.
So we're very close to some 3 stars on Zoom Zoom's board. Kind of struggling because Fakug from Team Ukraine and Zoom Zoom from Team Russia are both contesting the same kind of units and both going Feathered Hunter. There is one Sins player, Atis from Team Ukraine. Oh, Egg. All right. So
Egg
the Dark Spirit. Okay.
Yeah. One off of Agursis 3 as well. Could probably swap from the very close to Dwarf Sniper as well though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just gonna want to hold it. It's too valuable to like pivot to just having one carry there.
Right.
So they're just gonna hope their team can hold on. The Dark Spirit 2 will help
definitely,
a lot.
Definitely.
It pairs really well with the Dwarf Sniper. He does really well with like mage damage where he can like pick off the unit closest to dying in that Dark Spirit ult, which helps reduce the damage by a lot. It's still gonna take a little bit here, so 11 HP, maintaining the loss isn't terrible here because they do want to hit 2 big power spikes here.
Yeah, they do.
So hopefully those can come online.
And looking at the bottom of the lobby, we do have Esper, who did go open lane Glacier Knights. LBK does have the legendary Claw Wand on there. Very, very close to Hell Knight 3-star. Oh, there we go. Pulled it naturally in the shop. Didn't even need an egg. Pog. Okay. Is it going to be enough against this lobby, though? So Hell Knight doesn't quite have the armor items that we need, but we do have a Desperate Doctor with a lot of CC, and that might be the CC that would be necessary to face against the Goblin player. Speaking of Goblins, here it is. Ivy's Goblins with the big cleave. So every time someone gets knocked out, the matchup order is reset, and the lower... Wait. Oh my gosh. This Hell Knight... Oh... Venomancer's on the LBK, takes a hit there, but manages to hold on. Ivy on a hot streak this round. So Ivy is only level 9, but still at 50 gold. That's a wonderful position to be in. Okay, there we go.
Makes them stronger than Obito. Maybe
the
it's the
legendary cleave, probably.
Yeah, legendary cleave, and they have more melee-based units because Obito's opting to run 4 Warlock. So his Venomancer has more
less
sustain,
stacks.
But yeah, the other Venomancer is going to have way more health and way more damage.
Yep.
So definitely the stronger Veno here.
And
1v1.
As we see on Obito's bench, we do have the 2 wizards. So we have Water Spirit on the bench, kind of just looking for that Dark Spirit, Thunder Spirit for the late Spirit Gobs, because that is one of the win conditions against this melee comp. And Ivy still has a lot of roll down power, so still on the hot streak, and the rest of the lobby is just very, very close to getting knocked out. Everyone's just kind of hoping to dodge Ivy. So the way the lobby is split at the moment, Atis did hit I believe it was Abyssal Crawler. So yeah, so we do have the Abyssal Crawler with the Barbaric Cuirass on there. So for the armor shred, we do add the 4 Marines on Atis board there, cornering the units up against Ivy. I think they'll be able to hold on. They do have 30 health, so let's take a look at the people on the bottom of the lobby. Oh, shouts out to Miss Peace. Thank you so much for that subscription. Really appreciate it. Esper gonna get knocked out this round from
Esper's
out.
Ooh,
and Brooklyn out fractions of a second later.
So
okay.
No tiebreaker for
very
Team
close.
Russia, and Zoom Zoom's at 6 HP. This is not a good spot to be in for Russia. I mean, Ivy's in a great position to win the game, but Zoom Zoom needs to get a top 3.
That's right.
They did hit the 3-star Gersis Ranger. It does have Python
Last
and
one.
Infuse, so it's got a lot of damage. They have the Scryer, which is really helpful, and the Refresher Dark Spirit. Like their team is really strong, but I feel like it just takes one. All it takes is one bad fight where like
That's right.
maybe the Dark Spirit gets silenced or CC'd, and the Venomancer
Ooh.
just runs through their team or something like that. And
Ivy just
I feel like against any of the Goblin players, they might get knocked out here.
Ivy just needs a dark spirit here. And
so close to 4
oh
spirits.
My gosh, 4 spirits, and then we do have Thunder Spirit too as
no,
well.
Zoom Zoom going against Ivy.
Oh
I
my
don't
gosh,
like this.
let's take a look at this.
Is that no? The Dark Spirit ulted the
oh my
Soul
gosh,
Breaker.
no.
Oh my,
No.
that was the worst
That is
possible way.
frightening.
At first, it ulted the Soul Breaker in his own backline. Then it ulted the Heaven Bomber in the opponent's backline. So there was like a period of time where instead of the Venomancer losing like what is it, like 12 HP per second, it was in between the two ults and not losing any. That was like the worst RNG possible for that Dark Spirit. That was horrible.
Congratulations for winning the match set, Team Ukraine. And we will go into a match 3. Yes, match 3 hype chat. Okay, so let's add the points on the leaderboard here. We are 1-1. And this is the losers bracket match, so it is in double elimination. So since we are in the lower bracket, only one team can survive.
Yep, really coming down to the wire here. The tiebreaker.
And the winner will be facing Team Belarus.
Yep. It is unfortunate, but the way this played out, only one of the CIS teams can come out, can make it through the next round.
That's right. And
They're all duking it out.
We will see more lower bracket matches, I believe, tomorrow. I do have the NC schedule available here. We will update that as needed. Atus might get knocked out here. Venomancer, Spirit proc on the Shiny. Okay, Shiny is stalling. One more hit. Oh my gosh, that TA field is actually BM. oh my gosh.
Oh, but it got disarmed. No, man.
Okay, so we do take a hit there. I do like these Spirit Assassins. It's a valiant effort against this these comps. And Ivy and Obito are on that hot streak. Ivy finally pulling the 4th Spirit, so we do have the Dark Spirit on the bench there. Taking a look at Obito's board, we also just we sell off the Thunder Spirit, opting to get that Devastator, has an egg on the board, just holding on until they get Venomancer 3, which is one of the win conditions. So we do have the Spirit procs available on there, and I love this Dark Spirit all, double Dark Spirit all, just soup all over the feathered units here.
Everywhere.
My gosh, and plus the physical damage from that cleave. Taking a look at Atus. Atus is going to take a hit. Oh, wait. Venomancer with a Spirit procs. Okay. Might get some crits off. Abbey Crawler, wait a second.
GG, this is GG.
That's GG. Valiant effort, top forward that round. So we do have one person from Team Russia left, just fighting for honor here.
Yep. Ivy and Obito still maintaining those win streaks.
Goblin players, very, very seasoned, 5 of them.
Have they? Yeah, so it looks like Obito beats Ivy, though, and I think Ivy's just been dodging him for the most part.
I do want to look at the Herald positioning in this lobby. We might see some big brain plays at the very last second, so I want to keep an eye out on that.
No overlap on them at the moment, but yeah, so I mean, at best, Obito or Ivy can get 2 Dark Spirit ults if they do correct positioning on the Grand Herald, but Obito has the guaranteed pull staff refresher Dark Spirit, which is way
Dark
better for
Spirit.
Way stronger.
Ivy still has some roll down power left though, so they are both at level 10. So it all comes down to item management, positioning, being able to hit those 2 stars.
Position at all for it.
Probably just waiting until Faku gets knocked out here.
Yeah, exactly.
Obito finally pulling the Venomancer 3-star right before round 36 starts.
And now they're even stronger. Going up against Ivy, but with a refresher Dark Spirit and a 3-star Venomancer, there aren't many comps you lose to in the game. And Goblins definitely isn't one of them.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah. Once he wait
Wait a second, spoke too
wait a
soon.
second.
Wait.
These spirit procs are abysmal. Oh my gosh. He only had like 2 hits that entire game.
You can't attack if you're frozen in place, and
Okay,
it shuts
so
down a
I
beater
guess
there.
it is worthless if your Venomancer never gets an attack off. I think it had like 5 attacks that entire match. Maybe that was the issue with frontlining it there.
Yeah,
Because
perhaps
it stood in place the entire time, so it never moved out of the Dark Spirit ult. Whereas if you put your Venomancer on the side, it forces it to like move across the board a lot of the time, which means
walking
that
time,
it'll
yeah.
only be like it'll only be in the Dark Spirit ult for at least like half the time it would otherwise.
Kind of like what Ivy's doing here, and I do like the 4 legendary items on that Venomancer too.
Yeah, Obito not moving the Venomancer at all. He wants it right there. He's got it right where he wants it.
All right. All according to plan, and this Venomancer is frozen in place. Is Obito going to win on Ivy's board? Oh.
Yeah, okay, so it looks like
all down
Obito
to
just
spirit
had
procs.
really bad spirit procs, yeah, because it's also when the spirit proc happens, because
Yes.
your Venomancer is standing in a Dark Spirit ult when the spirit proc happens, because if it doesn't, then it can just walk right out of it and keep on moving, so it really depends on, there's like multiple RNG factors with like positioning
Definitely.
and RNG for the spirit happening.
So we do see the water spirit trying to juke. Harold just valiantly trying to hold on here.
I believe in Harold.
But,
He's got
I
this.
don't believe in Harold. Look at those spirit
procs.
Oh my god.
Oh, you can't catch this, Harold.
Yeah.
You can't catch him. Oh,
you can catch him, actually. So it was a nice run. Valiant effort, Harold. we do root for our little god there.
The little baby god.
So back to the game. We do have a pair of dark spirits on there. I mean, we do have Refresher Dark Spirit with that Python there. Swap those the very last second. Obito's going to face Ivy here. Dark Spirit all pops off. Venomancer getting some lucky spirit procs in and a 1-on-1. Yeah, Obito just clears that board like no problem. And taking a look at Ivy's board, struggling a little bit, but nope. My bad. Hits Fakug, so no chance against these feathered, and Fakug is out that round.
We have the Spirit Goblin Venomancer carry 1v1.
Spirit Goblin Venomancer, and we are fighting for honor because Ukraine did win the match 2 points, so we just want to see who can outplay who.
Especially with the Dark Spirits. Oh, Obito gets his Dark Spirit too.
There we go. With the refresher. That looks like a game, but
yeah, like they're just stronger in every way right now. Like all Ivy can really do is better positioning, but they're not really opting to do it.
Yeah.
Maybe they're buying their team time to like build up a game plan for game 3.
They're just talking about the game, and Ivy does have a little bit more roll down power left. I mean, kind of sacrificing blood here. Venomancer, wait a second. Hold on. Can we talk about this?
The spirit procs are really good on Ivy's board. Yeah, let's see, it keeps getting like 4 or 5 spins off in a row, which is really lucky.
Wow.
Whereas, yeah, so I mean, it's a dice roll.
It is quite the dice roll.
It had a chance to burst it down there, but I don't think it's doing enough. And I think this Veno 3 is building HP too quickly now. It gets 110 damage per second. So
is this gonna be a timer scam?
This will be a draw if anything, unless he gets like 10 attacks off in a row.
This is from the water spirit. They're just freezing each other with the 4 spirits.
Can we get some fatigue in here, please?
We are down to 2 people, and that's the new fatigue mechanism. So Ivy does get the timer scam draw there.
Chat, what are your thoughts about game 3? Because as of right now, we're just gonna have a bunch of rounds of
timer scams and just gonna wait until so there's the Venomancer. Don't want to combine that in the case that we get an egg. So yeah, I mean, Ivy still has the Venomancer 3 power spike at the moment. It's basically just stealing ults. Or
I wonder if the play is to drop 6 Goblin and go for like 4 Warlock maybe, because you could drop that, add in 1 Warlock, and then just add in some more melee units. Maybe get some more procs off.
Extra procs.
Maybe this is the time. I want to see someone put in the Lord of Sand, the
Let's
Werewolf, and
no,
the
let's
Tusk.
not. Let's not.
The Four Spirit,
This is
Four
a Nations
Beast,
Cup, not ladder.
Four Spirit, Four Beast,
uh,
Four Warlock. Or you could do Four Warlock actually if you did the Worm instead of the
oh
Lord
my
of Sand.
god,
Even
no, 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 no,
come
no, no,
on,
no.
Four Beast, Four Spirit, Four Warlock. Do it for me.
I do
Come on.
want to mention that Obito did have a refresher on the Devastator. I don't know if I hallucinated it, but the Dark Spirit does have the Blade Mail on there. Ivy pulling the Devastator too. Lots of bench
Oh
based
my God.
management.
Everyone's thinking,
Ivy's
oh, this could go around 55 if they draw every
round
round.
55. Wait,
If
are
both,
there round 55 creeps? I don't know.
I
I've
don't
never actually
know.
pulled a
I've
round
never been that
55.
far.
Let's hit some fatigue soon. I
Oh,
hope we hit some.
wait,
Wait,
I'm taking a big hit
Ivy
here.
taking a huge hit here. And unlucky
13
spirit.
damage.
Never
Yep.
lucky.
It's really this. I think a lot of this just comes down to where Dark Spirit decides to put its ult.
Yeah. I hope
And
we see some big brain Herald. Wait, so hold on. So I did see this Devastator had refresher. So Obito opting to give the Grand Herald the refresher on this game.
no, they have two refreshers.
They have two refreshers, yeah.
Yes.
It was on the Devastator, and then
It
he
was on the
moved it to the
Devastator.
Grand Herald.
Oh, he moved his. Okay, he moved his. Dark Spirit over. Did Obito move his Grand Herald? He did not. So
No.
now he has Refresher Ripper.
Refresher Ripper, thank you.
Yes.
Good job, Harold.
A lot
You
of
did your
value
best.
out of that.
Yep, that's right. Ivy taking a hit this round again. Very
Yeah,
close to the
like
Venomancer, so it's kind of just down to RNG here. Egg? Veno? Egg?
anything.
Anything? Hello,
Sell your
Drogo?
bench. Sell your bench.
Bench?
Sell it all.
I don't care about the
Everything.
Riffer. Just go ahead.
Please sell Ripper 3. Oh my gosh.
Wait. Oh, Dark Spirit. Okay, that is a power spike.
Yeah, well, it's better
All
than
right,
nothing.
there we go. Harold, what is Harold stealing on Ivy's board? So it's very close to the Dark Spirit. I think it does steal the Dark Spirit alt.
Yeah, nice.
That is pretty big brain. So two Dark Spirit alts, two Dark Spirit 2 alts coming out from Ivy's board. I think Ivy's going to be able to hold here because of that extra pure damage just popping off on the whole board. Hold on.
Wait,
the Ripper. Wait.
Ripper. Maybe the 3-star Ripper was the solution.
No, let's not go there. Let's not go.
Okay,
but yeah, so Obito does have to stay conscious of where the Dark Spirit is because it is stealing that alt. So big brain kills from Ivy here.
Fatigue now.
Fatigue.
Yep.
Bless. We're still one from the Veno 3. Feels bad, man. But just waiting on one egg. Yeah, so Fatigue cannot kill you, so if Ivy manages to hold on, swaps the Venomancer at the very last second. Oh, there we go.
I don't even think the Veno 3 would make a difference, because the
think
Dark
so
Spirit would still do the
either.
same.
There we go, double Dark
damage
Spirit
for the most
all
part.
getting dished out on Ivy's board. Last minute swap there, so Veno versus Veno,
both
but...
of Veno's being on the side
Oh,
is...
wait.
but the
Hold
Dark
on.
Spirit...
Yep.
Obito had the higher IQ Dark
Unlucky
Spirit.
procs. Feels bad, man. Okay.
Oh,
Wait, holding on to
He
1
does to fatigue,
HP.
Wait.
So Ivy did take a hit that round. I was so certain that Ivy would die.
Doesn't he die to fatigue? Because he had 4 HP.
You can't die to fatigue because it gets rounded down.
So
it is Neon Beast, and we do have an egg on in the shop, so probably gonna lock for that. It is Neon Beast, so lock. 2 Veno 3 stars.
Remember when like matches only lasted like 35 minutes? Take me back.
Take me back. Wait, is Ivy gonna lock for that, or is that just like a PC bug where I can't see if they locked for it?
Oh, they locked for it,
okay. Yeah, because,
okay,
there we go. They're not passing up on the egg this time around. So, yeah, in chat, there we go. 2 3-star Venomancers, very Season 5-esque.
2 3-star Venomancer, 2 2-star Dark Spirits.
We might see some last-minute plays.
Slightly better items.
And
way better items on Obito's board. But, I mean, Ivy won lucky game, and they could do this.
Yeah, and let's do those last-minute shuffles with the Grand Herald. Grand Herald.
Shuffle, everyone's favorite dance.
A big Grand Herald dance. Big a brain. Okay. swap the... Okay, I love it. So at the very last second, so they can't board peak, and Dark Spirit Alt does pop off. It does have the refresher on there. Just a bunch of Dark Spirit Alts on the board there. Spirit procs, Veno versus Veno. Wait a second, Ivy's gonna get knocked out this round, and that's GG.
Yep, game.
That's game.
Obito takes it.
Okay.
In round 46.
Congratulations, Team Ukraine, for winning that match point. We will be going into a 3-minute break, as we usually do, before the match 3. So match 3 hype. Let's go ahead and watch Russia versus Ukraine. I'm really looking forward to this match 3 because all points matter. Yeah.
Yep. This is the exciting round.
That's right.
Ooh.
And one second, you guys. Looks like my UI is kind of being a little jank, so just trying to figure out how to do that.
UI does not want us to go on the water break.
I know, right? I ran out of my coffee. I did get to sleep in because they did move the matches up a little bit, so let me pull up my robot here. So, yeah, 3 min plus. There we go. So let's put it on the clock. So we are on here, NA Math 33. There, oh, wait. 1300, because it goes by military time. Thank you, robot. All right, we'll be right back. I'm going to put your favorite elevator music on, chat. Stay tuned. So as we approach match 3 here, I'd just like to take the time to thank all the people involved, including the players and all the volunteer workers, the broadcasters, the graphic designers. I'd like to give a quick shout out to Pocket Auto Chess. If you want to look at your statistics, we are direct sponsored by Pocket Auto Chess. This is a community ran event for the community by the community, and it is on a global scale, so I like being able to see another Russia versus Ukraine match. This is quite exciting, and no surprise, we are entering match 3. The loser gets to be knocked out of the tournament bracket, and the winner gets to face Belarus.
Gets to be you make it sound like it's a reward. They get the honor being knocked out of the lower bracket.
I remember the casters before were like, "Oh, congratulations, Vietnam! Now you get to play against now."
Japan, yeah,
congratulations.
That was, that was a bitter prize.
All right, and let's get started. Very anxious to start this match 3. Let's go ahead. Pog.
Right. So for Team Ukraine, they are running Obito, Fakug, Espire, and Atist. And Russia's running Murderer, Bao Bao, Zoom Zoom, and I.
Okay, there we go. And all right, any chat predictions? You guys want to bet who's gonna win match 3? All points do matter. Because it is the tiebreaker, we want to make it as cinematic as possible for the viewers. So.
I mean, ooh. And Russia, I believe, burning their last pause. They are not afraid of bugs. They are not afraid of IRL issues. And they instantly resume the match. Just burning that pause.
Okay, there we go.
Wait, it instantly started.
Yep, okay. It just instantly started. There we go.
Yeah, I feel like the timer jumped down there for a second.
A timer?
Hopefully we don't get timer
scam.
No. Hopefully we don't have that.
Hopefully we don't get timer scam. Oh my gosh, everyone's just spamming the... Oh gosh, oh no.
Let's see how this timer plays out here. 19 seconds. Is that normal?
I'm not sure, but
doesn't it usually start like at 30 seconds?
You know what? We'll have to
wait.
See.
Okay, so
that they allowed to hold on?
Game.
Okay.
You now have 20. You have 19 seconds on your preparation phases now. I hope everyone's APM is super fast.
Wait a second. I've never actually seen this before. I think we saw this in the show match a very long time ago.
Yeah, like.
Oh wow.
Well, hey chat, we get a quick game now. This is a speed round. This is Blitz
auto
chess.
Speed run! Exclamation point run!
That one was 24 seconds. Yeah, the timer's like picking a random amount of time. Oh, it jumps down to 19. I don't know.
Speed run auto chess, dude. Oh my gosh. Wait, that's actually a huge brain. I can't tell what
timer's doing. Wait, it's like jumping around a lot.
I know. Whoa. Okay.
Well, don't trust the timer. Just.
Time is just a social construct. Don't worry about it, chat.
Exactly.
Time isn't real, man. You just people made it. UTC. What's that? Yeah. So we're in for an exciting auto chess speed run. Extra great. I mean, so these countries do have a friendly rivalry, and that part of that is very exciting to see. It's kind of like. You know, they play each other very frequently, and the BM like this, we don't really see it in very many other lineups.
I think it's working now. It's at 25 seconds, it looks like. So I think it was just screwed up for like 2 rounds there.
Yeah.
I honestly don't even know how much the average timer is supposed to be. I don't think I've ever looked at it. Which is I probably should know that.
It's okay. Time is just a social
aware what the normal
construct. Preparation
phase time is?
Normal preparation phase? Normal? I don't know what that is. So, jumping into round 4, we do have Fakug and Obito both pushing for that 4th chess piece just to try to maintain a streak. And we did see them do that in match 2. Every place matters. It's a beautiful point, Stanley. Okay. Here we go. And Esper with a pair of Hell Knights on there. I think we only have this kind of a low roll lobby. We only have one person with a 2-star unit, and it's a Ursus Ranger on Bao Bao's board.
Okay, yeah, so that one was 30 seconds. So 30 seconds is a normal preparation phase. So there was like 4 rounds in a row where it was only, unless it like ups it up after the creep rounds. So who knows?
Who knows? Auto chess, auto chess players make do. That's just how it is.
You just know you have 5 seconds left when the ticks start happening. Unless you're Team USA.
Unless you're Team USA. So I really like Murderer's board here. So while we don't have any 2-star units, I do like that Wind Ranger with the early burst damage, and it is cornered so that it does dish out that vector ult, but it's not going to be enough against Bao Bao, who did have the Ursus Ranger in the back line just picking out those units. But we do see, so we've talked about this in a couple of the other matches, so in the early game, some units like Flame Wizard, Wind Ranger, Argali Knight, those burst ults are, you can get value out of the 1-star unit. So sometimes we do see that mixed into random comps there. Yep, a bunch of 2-stars being rolled out. Thank you for all the pairs. Esper, wow. Light Blade Knight 2-star Para Hell Knight. Okay, we have a taboo and ideal items on the Hell Knight there. We do have the cleave. So Esper is going to be going Glacier Knights this game.
Great spot here.
Wonderful spot. So taking a look at the rest of the lobby, no one's really hard committing to anything. I think they're just kind of trying to all go goblins and see who high rolls, who manages to win streak, who manages to streak. And yeah.
Nice.
Wonderful position to be in. Bao Bao with a pair of Abyssal Crawlers on the bench. Shout out to all the pairs. Zoom Zoom hitting Warpwood too. Hold on.
That is a beefy boy on round 7. He's got the cleave
thicky
also,
boy with a
extra
cleave.
damage.
Oh wow. Wait, Esper's actually high roll.
Okay,
Esper.
okay.
Oh, pairs are opportunities. Thank you. Shout out to the fact that Esper is at level 4. Like,
oh my gosh.
With
round 7,
good items.
This is a great. Yeah, he's at level 4, rolling at
all
4.
Right, cool.
You saw rolling at 5 was the meta from Knights? No,
Can't relate.
No, it's rolling at 4.
No.
What's their odds? They got 35% chance. Like they have such a. I mean, it's the same odds of hitting the 2 costs, with just decreased chances at the 3 and 4 costs. So. Yeah, interesting play, but they're making it work.
To be fair, Russia did have a high roll early game and the match won, so I guess it's Ukraine's turn because there's another Frost Knight being rolled out.
Oh my gosh, they hit the Frost Knight? Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding
me? They just sell the... I think they just sell the...
There we go.
Oh, they're opting not to level? Okay,
there we go.
Wait, are they running Argali over the Frost Knight?
Yes.
Or even maybe
because of the burst.
Yeah, I might get the healing, but then maybe Frost Knight over Taboo.
Oh,
yeah, there we go. 4 Knights shield.
4 Knights, very early, lots of 2 stars dished out. Yep. Okay. Perfect position to be able to shut down those goblin players. Atis at the bottom of the lobby has early hunters, has an early dwarf too, has a priest. I like the priest on there. So we do have 3 lost streakers here, one of them being Fakug, who is on a 3 loss streak. Has Murderer and Atis hit each other in the lobbies yet? We'll have to look at that later. And Bao Bao and Zoom Zoom, both from Team Russia, on a 100% hot streak. So yeah, Zoom Zoom's Warpwood, lots of value from that early 2-star druid with the shadow edge on there. It just lives forever. So as long as they have the 3 mechs, that's free rerolls, puts them in a good spot, especially when streaking.
Ooh, I like Obito with the early shamans. Ooh.
Early shamans, okay.
And with the 2-star
and dragons.
We got lots of penguins on their board.
Penguin
I like it.
board. Feels
that.
Good.
Yeah, disabling the whole enemy team in these early rounds. That's it's pretty powerful as long as you have the damage to back it up. And looks like the 1-star shiny dragon will have the burst damage from the mages and dragon bonus, especially if they can hit it to 2-star. That'll be a nice combo, just constantly turning everything into penguins while a 2-star shiny dragon picks them off with the extra magic damage.
Wonderful mana items. Easy mage game, and that is one of their specialties there. So
that that candy skin on the source looks really weird on the bench.
It looks like a gelatin.
It looks like exactly. It looks like like just jello, just moving around. Like you can't doesn't look like an actual piece.
Squishy, and I know it does have ice cream and.
Yeah, because I'm running on mobile with like low settings right now, so it's just like one. It's just like one solid pink thing.
I mean, it's moving. It's very. I can't stop looking at it. There's something oddly satisfying about it.
I don't know if I want to run away from it or like try to take a bite out of it with a fork. Like
forbidden chess piece.
The forbidden fruit. Oh
the forbidden fruit confirmed.
It's like a Tide Pod. Stay away. Stay away.
The casters with the zoomies. As we approach match 3. So Bao Bao is at the top of the lobby with pulled an early Doom Arbiter. So the Ghost Kid with the Agursus, I think I really like that. And then the magic resist from the Abbey Guard and the 2-star. So this is an example of just having mixed builds until you hard commit into a comp, but win streaking because 2-star value and You know, just taking
Oh
all
wait,
the 2-star
Faku.
eggs you
Oh
need.
wait, Murderer pulled full open.
Oh my
Faku
gosh!
has a priest. Who hit who? Who hit who?
Oh,
Ah!
Murderer
Murderer does
hit.
lose.
Yep.
Faku
Murderer maintains that
also.
loss streak.
Okay.
Beautiful play.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Okay, there we go. Beautiful round counting executed by Team Russia there.
And taking 2 damage.
Pulled out those units at the very last second. Wow.
That's really good.
We
for
love to see it.
Typically saying, I'd say they're in a better spot with their loss streak into gobs, but Faku does have Venomancer.
Wait a second.
Tough because Murderer has the Grim Touch, but Venomancer is definitely the more important 4-cost to hit because you can get more value out of it while you run it. It can help with creep rounds as well. Grim Touch doesn't do a whole lot for you.
So, to let chat know, if you've never seen that before, sometimes some teams pull out the units at the very last, like what we're seeing right now. Oh my gosh, I love it. And this Fakuk hit. Okay.
Did Fakuk hit him? No, he did not. Okay.
All right.
So he's going down to because all he needs is the Goddess of Light to lose the round and beat or to lose Fakuk on his board. So
that was a huge brain play from Team Russia that round. Oh, you'll love to see it. That's one of my favorites of these 4v4 matches.
And I love running the Goddess of Light because Fakuk has a full bench, so he knew that Fakuk could pull the priest out. So Fakuk might want to look into like if he can. Fakuk's big brain counter would be to keep a full bench until the last second, and then like sell an ogre mage or something. Because then Murder would be like, oh, he can't pull the priest out. Or if you want to be like super big energy, he would just sell the priest at the last second. That would be the biggest energy move.
My.
I would respect that. I would respect that play.
Classic
Looks like he's
Team USA.
Units, though. He does have yeah, he's got Kira bonus, so he can probably pick off some units. Does have the cleave on Venom, so opting to try and yeah. Oh well, there's summons on this team, so we'll see how much if he takes extra damage.
Punished?
Yeah, because there's a Whisper Seer.
Whisper Seer in the back line. Oh my gosh!
And
the Razor Claw.
Oh my gosh! He's taking extra damage for this. Should have just opened.
Punished.
Oh no.
Always punished. Look at all these summons. That's so painful. Oh,
the
Whisper Seer. Oh,
13 damage. Ah.
Feels bad,
yeah,
man.
he took a lot of extra damage there.
So yeah, congratulations, Murderer. You
gosh.
were successfully griefing Fakuk there. Taking a look at Bao Bao at the top of the lobby, maintaining that hot streak already pushed to 7. We have a pirate captain on there. So it looks like classic Hunter good stuff with the new Ghost Kid. We do have an Umbra on the bench as well, so it's looking like maybe a Hunter game, holding on to that Abyssal Crawler because it still has a lot of early game value. Up against someone with a Venomancer and Cleave. I think that is Fakuk. Yeah. Okay. Looking at the rest of the lobby, Obito with level 7 early Tort pulse. All right. Kind of high rolled those shamans in the early game and then already has a Dragon Knight. Perfect position to be in as the mage player, but Ivy is contesting him. So let's take a look at Ivy's board as well. So we do have a Tort with a pulse on there. 3 dragons, no Dragon Knight quite yet, but we do have an egg on the bench. Just trying to hit those necessary power spikes.
That double pulse is really nice for the mage team.
Especially with a flame wizard, yeah.
That helps reduce a lot of early damage. I mean, okay, so now we're going to round 15.
Yep.
I think the biggest swing is probably going to come from Fakuk because he did hit Grim Touch. And he's at 37 HP, so he's getting really low, and so he's probably gonna be looking at all-inning after this round. Maybe losing one more round if he feels a little
extra spicy.
Yeah, exactly.
A little adventurous.
He already hit the summoner comp, so doesn't have to worry about that again. So maybe looking to do that, but all he needs is I think Grand Herald, and he's got 6 gob, which is he's got a very strong chance of hitting that. Yeah, 30%. If he goes all in. I don't want to say guaranteed, but almost guaranteed to hit it just because, he hits it right there. So now he's got 6 Goblin. So now the question, maybe does he just run raw 6 Gobs?
Wait a second.
Opting not to go to 8. Oh, no, pushing 8. Okay, pushing 8 off curve.
Go.
Nope, staying at 50. I mean, there's a good chance of beating several comps with
Patience. is a
16.
virtue.
I'd say they lose probably to Atist or Bao.
Kind of like a litmus test type of round.
Hits the Law Streaker. Okay,
Okay, there
wow.
we go.
Nice gamble.
Very
Paid
nice.
off really well. Gets a win here.
Played that game perfectly. There was nothing that could have done. Taking a look at Bow Wow at the top of the lobby does maintain that hot streak, still at 100% for Team Russia. So Atis from Team Ukraine is also running an opposing comp, so we are contesting. Atis has an early rogue guard. Can we talk about that? After going all in on round 16, so Atis really banking on maintaining that win streak there and trying to shut down the other players.
I am curious how, like, 4 Igursis plays into rogue guard now, because before it was based on the damage was calculated.
Oh,
wait,
we have another pause here.
Wait, that's Brooklyn though. Do they have another pause?
That would be up to the judge. So I believe it's per match, but we have to check that.
Oh, it's per match? Okay. Is it like 3 per match and then 10 minutes total?
I believe so, but someone in the chat can double check, the admins in the chat. So now we can take this time to take a look at this. So 17 is usually a high APM round. Okay, so they use a tactical pause there. Wait, no, Murderer did disconnect.
Oh, they just paused again. So that's definitely 3 this match.
Yep, that's right.
And Murderer's back. That was, that might have been a bit of a misplay, accidentally resuming there from Brooklyn. That was a little bit premature there. So they are out of pauses now.
I believe only the admins can replay. I don't know who is the current lobby owner, but so yeah, round 17.
I think Kleber was in here. I'm not sure if they are. I think I saw that they left the party.
Okay, so I'm just waiting for the go because I don't want to hit the go ahead if they're not ready. So yeah, let's take a look at the lobby split here. Round 17, it is different. Okay, they resumed. All right. Esper's still at level 6, opting to roll down on there. Does have very close to the Hell Knight, has an egg on the bench. I don't see this that frequently, but they did kind of high roll those 2-star units. Beto pulling the Tort 2 after rolling all the way down in round 17. Does have the Candy Source. All right, Tort charging up for that ult. Okay, clears those units. Just a lot of nuke damaged. And did Atis... Oh.
Wait.
Got shut down that round, so Atis did go all in on 16, pushed 8.
I was watching 8. Did you see that fight? Because it was really wild.
No, I didn't get to see it.
So what happened was the Grim Touch ulted his hunters, and then the Grand Herald stole the Ghost Kid ult, and then the Grand Herald pulled all the hunters and stunned them.
Oh my gosh, that was the thing that we were talking about yesterday. I hope I get to see that again because I barely ever get the opportunity to do that. But the fact that Grand Herald did that is wild.
Yanked the entire back line and stunned them.
Big yoink. All right.
It was a very interesting fight that played out.
Wow.
There.
Almost everyone rolled all the way down, barring Zoom Zoom, who is still staying at sort of 50, has a unicorn on the bench that they could sell if they want to, has an egg. Yeah, just holding on, middling. Bao Bao still at the top of the lobby, maintaining that hot streak for 14 rounds in a row, 13 rounds in a row. A lot of people mighty low on HP. Fakub does have the Venomancer 2-star with the cleave on there, so I guess they're just all rolling down to try to push these 2 goblin players out of the lobby before they hit their eternal power spike.
Yeah, Fakub is looking really good in the long run. Murderer, not so great. Only at level 8 and only has 1 Venomancer.
Oh.
Not in a great spot.
Can I just say Esper managed to pull the Hell Knight 3 at level 6?
Oh, what is with this early rolling? Oh my gosh, rolling at 4 and 6.
Yep, there we go. New meta.
A very efficient team.
The rest of the lobby is at level 8 and 9, and Esper's still at level 6, but still at the top of the lobby. So
yeah, I mean,
hopefully the Hell Knight doesn't get.
But,
oh wow!
Siren ult
always
with
punished.
The 4 Ursus. Yeah, that's so much damage. because I think it stacks. So you get
The
the
way
40
that
Gersa,
econ
so it
is.
lost a ton of armor, and then
Yeah.
the shield dropped, so it didn't have the shields anymore, and
Mm-hmm.
then the bonus 20% physical damage. The second that shield dropped, it got deleted by that team. So that's maybe they want to. Six Knights too.
Can I just
Not
say,
gonna do too well, but
opting to put in the second Desperate Doctor over a fortune teller for priesting, that's big energy, especially at
it is very big
level
energy.
6. Ugh.
Have they been winning rounds?
Yeah,
Maybe
they
they're
were
just
winning a
very
couple
confident.
rounds and
Yeah, they won. No, they lost to 8 units 2 rounds ago, and they lost to 9 units 1 round ago. So I think had they run the priest, they would have probably
saved,
mitigated like
yeah.
5-6 damage at least. But hey,
Big
double
energy.
CC, yeah. If you're gonna roll at 6, you gotta roll at 6. You can't just toss in a priest.
This is the first time I'm seeing this. This is quite the opposite of people hyper leveling. Just
It's round 21. They don't have enough gold to go to 7. Oh my
and
gosh.
as we approach round 21, we do see Murder pushing to 9, high APM round. People rolling down. Doesn't pull the Venomancer 2-star just yet. Staying. Wow. I think it might be an all-in here. So I'm just desperately trying to look for that Venomancer. Okay, staying above 10 gold. Is Bao Bao going to maintain that streak? So Bito from Team Ukraine is on their own win streak as well. And that's no surprise because they did get that early Tort 2 after rolling down at level 8. Yeah, easily cleans up those units there. Taking a look at Bao Bao's board, it might get shut down, but Serenal pops off. Venomancer. It does have that cleave there, so if the dwarf picks off the other units, it's just going to get the Venomancer stacks, and it shuts down Bao Bao's win streak finally.
Ooh.
All right.
He is mortal after all.
Mortal after all. So, 3 people from... Well, my apologies. So, Zoom Zoom's still above 50 gold. Is at level 8. So, they are running some mixed build here. I'm not really sure what direction they're planning on going to at the moment. But
Yeah, it's
priesting.
Yeah, it's a priesting build. They're at 50 gold, so they can have a power spike
Right.
here. Like they're doing really well on econ.
Yeah.
Just not great on comp potential here.
And health.
Maybe they were trying to go for some sort of weird like insectoid Kira comp.
Yeah,
And they
that's
just
probably
never
why
hit
they
the
pushed for
they were looking
9.
for. Yeah, just never saw the Venomancer.
And
they do have 1 Doom. I mean, they're like what? 3 Dooms, 3 P-Caps, 3 Venomancers away from a strong team.
From a
So if they can hire all those
going
units,
online.
then they'll have a nice power spike.
And
But
Fakug did hard push to level 10 before round 26. So taking a look at Fakug's board here, we do have the 6 mech bonus. So Murderer did hit the Venomancer too, so it does have Oblivion and Cleave that last round. So we do have a random PCAP. Oh my gosh, Dark Spirit and Aetist from Team Ukraine does pull the Dwarf Sniper. It does have the double Frantic on there for the extra sustain. It does have the Oblivion Staff for the mixed feather build at the bottom of the lobby. Just priesting to hold on to dear life. It does have an egg there. Yeah, I think it is going to be kind of a rough transition into insectoids. So we do have the Poisonous Swarm on the bench. We have the Venomancer and the Doom Arbiter. Just need to hold on for a couple of rounds. So greeting is kind of encouraged because you want to be able to score high, but if the teammate gets knocked out at 8th, it puts the team at a major disadvantage. And oh my gosh, gonna take a hit there. And
even with the priesting at the bottom now, but they have 53 gold. Zoom spend, because like even if they spend all their gold and hit stuff, there's still teams that are like strong enough to beat them anyways. So yeah, they need to go all in right now.
So
I guess rolling it.
This is kind of a rough position for Team Russia to be in because 3 of the Russian players are at the bottom of the lobby. We might see a change in tides after round 25, but I think round 24 is the last round where all the people in the lobby are going to stay alive. So rough transition into insectoids there, but managing to stay wealthy because it is a very expensive comp and pushing to 9.
They have They have 13 HP with Priest. I think
Ooh.
they're gonna need to kill at least a couple more things. That's
Yeah.
not
Oh my,
enough. They're out.
no.
With
Feels bad.
53
No.
gold.
And
That really hurts.
ouch.
They had so much gold. If they just they were kind of hesitating on what to. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think they really were sure what they wanted to do.
It was really rough transition there. Oh my gosh.
I think that if they were able to like maybe I think they had to know that Venomancer Kira was like their only real hard pivot there because I
Yeah.
think they were getting pulled too many different ways. Like they saw a Razor Claw and kind of panicked.
Just
I
never
think they
pulled
had to
those
just ignore
feathered.
everything except for like melee units and Venomancer and roll down and try to
Yeah.
hit 2 stars. Because that's really unfortunate. Because just holding on even an extra second would have been huge for them. And this is really bad for Russia. Just having 3 players at the
bottom
bottom
of the
lose
lobby, yeah.
streaking. Yeah, they're. Babo is playing so well, but this is not ideal,
Uh,
especially with 50 gold because they were like in a good spot to have a comeback. I'm not sure what their plan was this game. Yeah, I don't know.
so looking at the way the lobby is split, it's split pretty evenly. So the people at the bottom of the lobby for Team Russia, so Ivy is contesting Abito from Team Ukraine, lost to Birds that round. Kind of difficult because they pulled a wooden club, and then Murderer, even though Murderer hit their power spikes, Murderer is contesting the units with Fakug from Team Ukraine. So, and Fakug is on a hot streak currently. Let's take a look at their items. So, wow. Venomancer with a cleave and the Barbaric Cuirass does have the Python one there for the magic immunity, does have Dark Spirit. Yeah, it's not looking good for Team Russia here. They have to pull a clutch win. So, taking a look at the bottom of the lobby, Murderer is up against Abito this round. Dark Spirit ult, is it going to pop off? Devastator ult gets planted on the ground there. That bomb with the physical damage. Venomancer versus Venomancer. We do have the big cleave on this Venomancer, and on this Venomancer we have the Barbaric Cuirass. Oh my gosh, it doesn't look like Murderer is going to be able to hold on. And Murderer is going to get knocked out.
This is 9 damage, yeah. Oh, no.
Oh my gosh. So...
Well, alright, Ivy gets a win, you know?
It's looking like game... So, Bao is fairly healthy and was win streaking for quite a while. But now they need first and third, I believe.
They need first and second.
First and second or first and third. So...
Yeah.
Really rough position. Ivy just has to stay alive, and in this case, just toss in Marines, and if you hit Ivy, like, just knock them out. So Atist doing just that. We do have 2 Marines on there. Ivy hitting Bao Bao, oh, their own teammate, so matchup order is reset, and does manage to hold against Bao Bao there. And, wow. Can we talk about the Knight player Esper? So slowly gaining that econ, kind of coasting, going for Desperate Doctor 3-star. This is a variation of Knights that I've never seen before. I think it has something to do with rolling those early 2-stars. Holding on with that Hell Knight, and yeah, there we go. Finally hit the 7. What emulator do I use on PC? Yes, I use the Epic Games Store client. It's much prettier, better for casting.
Yeah, no emulator's gonna look that good.
And Fakug pulling the Grim Touch 2-star. Yeah, Fakug is going off the rails. We do have the 6, and especially since Murderer died, it just freed up the units in the chess pool there. Ivy hitting Esper this round. Are they going to be able to hold charges up for an ult? Hold on. This Hell Knight.
Kill the Hell Knight while it's stunned.
Dragon is in the back line. It does have
Dragon
that.
Knight.
Oh my gosh, Dragon Knight is all you.
He's holding.
Okay,
He's holding.
Ivy holds. And Bao Bao is on a lost streak.
I did check with 7th and 8th. You need first and second to get the tiebreaker.
First and second. So
Ivy's got a long way to climb. He's got to crawl through the dredges of the leaderboard here.
Yeah.
Past Adis, Espire, Fakuk, and Obito.
So we have 6 people left, and they've been alive for a little bit, so it kind of narrows down who they're going to face in the next round. And Team Ukraine, Obito just holding on to the gold to maintain that roll down power for later on, just so they have an answer to anything that Russia tries to pull, so that they can't have a comeback.
Yeah, I think it's such a good spot for Ukraine to be in. They basically just need to run Marines, and it's probably game. Yeah, I'd
Try
be
to
taking
push.
a hit
Okay,
from
oh
a
my gosh.
Marine Hunter
Atis,
here,
yeah.
down to 3 HP.
There we go. And Bao Bao is on a loss streak, so just because Ivy gets top 3 also means that one of them has to get first and second. So it's looking pretty grim for Team Russia here in this game. So Esper pulling the Desperate Doctor 3-star with the low leveling. I've never seen this before, and I like being able to see new things. Selling the LBK, it's way too expensive. Fakug, open lane goblins. So after Murderer died, we did have, choice picks. Does have potential spirits on the bench there. It does have the water spirit, does have the thunder spirit. Feels good, man. Wonderful position for Team Ukraine to be in. And
the Mysterial Staff for Ivy there. Does he have a potential refresher? He does not. There's a big pull, so I guess he's got Grim Touch in the shop, but no, there's Hunters, so he can't really go for 4 spirits. Maybe he just has to roll down.
Oh my
and
gosh.
hope to hit a Dark Spirit too.
Going contested mages with somebody from Team Ukraine is just a really tough position to be in, because didn't even hit that turret. We do have the God of Thunder, but hitting anyone with Marines, including Bao Bao, so hits
a Koog.
Yep. And then the Venomancer. Oh my gosh.
I don't know if he's got enough
it's gonna
burst
freeze?
damage.
I don't know. Dark Spirit all does pop off. Oh my gosh. Just hold on.
He needs to kill it.
He
needs to kill it.
You need to
It's
shut
just
that
running
down.
through his team.
It's 3 HP and this is game.
That's it.
GG. Well played. Oh my gosh.
Ukraine with 4 of the top 5 spots.
Are they going to try going for a perfect game? For match 3?
Very commanding win here.
Very commanding win from Team Ukraine. Oh, GG, well played. I'll put the score on the board here. Let's go on Atis board while we wait. So yeah, GG, well played. Congratulations, Team Ukraine, for winning this match, and we will see more of that tomorrow. Both me and Deep Blue will be casting that game, and we will update that on the NC schedule. All right, nice, well played. I think they are going for the perfect game here.
Yep, it looks like it. They want to
do the perfect game.
They want to seal the deal.
I love it. I love it.
Holding on with his. Yeah, I mean, I don't see Hunters taking first here. To be quite honest, it's a really rough. There's just with the win streaking Goblin Kira team. That's really rough. No one else is gonna knock them out. They'd have to do it themselves. Maybe if they hit Refresher, Dark Spirit 2, and toss in spirits, maybe. They do have full 4 spirits. Oh no, they don't. Yeah, they do, but I think their team's a little too weak at the moment. I think with like if they get the 3-star sniper and like all the rest like 2-star frontline unit, maybe the 4 spirits will be enough. But it's still gonna be a tall order, and it's gonna be pretty tough hitting that sniper 3, because Atis does have a 3-star sniper of their own.
Oh
so
wait, I think we.
Is he knocked out?
Oh no,
he's not quite
2
knocked out.
HP.
So maybe just hold on until Atis gets knocked out. Dropped a bunch of snipers back in.
So I think chat came up with an alternate theory. I was going on the team game approach. I was like, okay, maybe they're going for a perfect game where they want Russia to do bottom 4. But I think Connie is right. Ukraine just wants to boost their NC stats.
Oh my gosh!
And that's why they finish these games.
They're really going for the bot's favorite team.
The bot's favorite team. And shouts out to Connie and Mao from Team France for collecting all the stats from each game. I know Ruiji from Team Singapore also assists in that, and then we can look at that in the NC Discord. So thank you for that. It adds an extra level of excitement to these matches. I think Atis might get knocked out this round by Esper. Yep, there we go. So Esper was like level 6 and low leveling. Top 4.
Wait,
easy money.
Bao Bao rolled down before Atis got knocked out? No. No.
Wait, no, you had the HP.
Look, now there's snipers in the shops because there was. Oh my god, it was creep round 2. You could have built up like another like 20 gold before you rolled.
Yep,
Oh
that's right.
no.
um, so yeah, that's pretty decisive for the matches tomorrow. I think NC schedule. Let's take a look at the spreadsheet here while we're waiting through the creep round. Oh, somebody already cleared it out. Thank you. That was probably ice cream. So to be announced, Sweden versus Hong Kong. I think I might be casting that, but I know that Hurricane, one of our NC analysts, was also interested in casting that, so we'll have to talk that through. So we could change this from orange to charcoal. There we go. Ukraine versus Belarus tomorrow, 14 June, 1600 UTC. And right before that, Sweden, Hong Kong. Whoa. I would love to watch those matches. And your poor casters here, we do not sleep, so...
Well, we can sleep tonight. It's another late match tomorrow. I like it.
Just a quick reminder for those solo players who still haven't hit Queen, we do have that rank protection, so...
yeah, if you're going to play ranked, this is the weekend to do it.
This is the week to do it. Yeah, so I will try to do that as well. Taking a look at the lobby, so Fakug is probably gonna have a commanding win because they do have a Venomancer with the legendary items on there, including a Barbaricurus. Heaven's Gift. We don't see that quite often anymore in Season 5. Pulling the Devastator too. We do have a pair of Dark Spirits after rolling all the way down. Everyone is basically at 0 gold. Esper still at level 9. Still didn't hit the LBK because it's too expensive. And after the other mage player got knocked out, Obito gets a fresh pick for, I think they're going for DK3. So diversifying on the damage, we do have that 4 spirits on there, but it's not enough to shut down this Venomancer here. Wait, I spoke too soon. Look at those Dark Spirit ults. Feels good, man.
I'm curious about the Heaven's Gift. It has an active ability that increases your HP by 10%. I wonder if you get a cure stack while that's active, if it factors that into it, so you get like a bonus, like 50% boost off of the cure stack from that. Curious. Who knows?
Who knows?
You'd have to do some very quick calculations
Labbing.
to figure that one out.
And Bao pulling the Dark Spirit too. So Spirit Hunters, we don't see that quite frequently. We do have the full 4 Gursus, have the Venomancer on there. Beto pulling the Dark Spirit too. Okay.
One off of Sniper 3, maybe that's enough. Who knows?
Last minute Herald reposition. So do they know who they're stealing? Yeah. So it looks like we stole the Hell Knight 3 on Beto's board there.
Still taking a big hit though.
Still, wait.
Maybe Sniper 3 would be enough here. No, wait. Whoa. Okay, yeah. I think Sniper 3 wins that fight, so they're very close to being able to beat some of these teams here.
Hell Knight versus Venomancer. Boom. Okay.
Aspire take a small hit there.
A small hit. That round. Bao is on a 6 loss streak, so I think they're just trying to push out the other Russian player. And Fakuga at the top of the lobby does have a pair of Dark Spirits as well. I wonder if anyone's doing some Grand Herald positioning with the round counting. Sometimes we do see those last minute jukes where they switch where the Dark Spirit goes.
Oh my gosh, he stole Dark Spirit ult again on Baobao's board. On Baobao here. He's doing a really good job of
there we go.
his Herald. Nice.
Discount
but it's
Herald
not
too.
enough.
Oh my gosh, and Esper gets knocked out.
I think he's out here.
Bao does manage to score top 3, but yep, gets knocked out. Fakug and Obito from Team Ukraine. Yeah, there we go.
Fakug and Obito at the top 2.
You'll love to see it. Okay.
Are they going to play this out?
I think they probably will, just for the NC stats.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So
okay.
we are going to see them fully play it out.
Some friendly competition between the 2 players there. So, Herald? Looks like Herald. GG. Well played, Russia and Ukraine. Andrew with the angry emote. Ooh. So approaching this, do you think there's any win condition for the mage player against the goblins? So we do have full force spirits.
I mean, I don't think so. I think they'd have to do like a hard pivot to divinity, which they do have 2 divinity online. But they would also need like a desperate dock building up.
That would be very bold, a very bold transition indeed.
Well, I mean, they only need 1.
They have
wizards,
God of Thunder.
so they're 1.
Have
wizards. Yeah, they're
1
divinity unit away from 4 divinity, but they need CC as well. So like, Siren, desperate dock. Yeah, maybe they could still run that with. Then like DK doing sustain damage, and then they have the CC, and then the Dark Spirit refresher alt, maybe, but they also have 7 gold, so that's not happening anytime soon.
Very expensive, and we were kind of flirting with the idea of going DK3, but then not doing that. No, I didn't notice that, Connie. Oh wow!
Wait, he sold it on accident.
Oh what?
Oh no!
That feels kind of bad, man. That's a misclick of a lifetime, so ending up on 7th place. I didn't know about that misclick. No.
That is unfortunate.
Oh, there's another got. Would it benefit Fakug to just put Marines in? Are they diversifying damage? The DK has a Mjolnir, but pure
I think they're
from
more
Dark
scared
Spirit?
of the pure damage, yeah.
So the pure damage dished out by that Dark Spirit. Is Herald gonna do anything? Big Brain Herald plays? Hello? So Herald here steals. Does it turn into a dragon Sofa Man? Oh no. That. Oh wow, what a very punishing God of Thunder ult there. So sitting in those ults, Deva. Oh,
Deva soloing
Deva soloing, and both of them lose. And we are in fatigue rounds because we are down to 2 people. So, oh my gosh. Grand Herald is cornered on Fakuk's team here. Vito not really bothering to reposition. They're probably just constantly scouting each other. And if you do see the chess player there, it does show that.
Yeah. And like the counter to like other people trying to steal it is you basically just put your Dark Spirit somewhere where you don't want it, and at the last second just throw it like some random spot with another unit, because there's such a low chance of them being able to
randomly guess
a random spot. Yeah, it's not too hard to. It's easy to steal, but it's very hard when someone starts countering it like that.
Devastator? Oh, Fakug is gonna take a hit. Draw? Wow. Very last second. The Devastator ulted at the very last second and did a draw scam on Fakug's board. Oh. We're gonna hang on tight, you guys. We're gonna be here for a while. And you do love to see it. So we are kind of
A3's the answer.
Looking into the DK again.
Scryer would actually be really nice too with the armor shred. I don't know if they have room for it though. Maybe dropping the 6 mage. I don't know how helpful the like and other magic damage is at this point.
Oh, Dark Spirit Soup all over the board. I think Fakug is gonna manage to win there. Herald turned into a dragon for a fraction of a second there. Devastator, boom. Okay. Abito actually loses on that board, so we're very close. Approaching creep round. So we do have 4 and 3 HP because we have that fatigue.
Ooh, another DK.
This is basically going to be
2 away.
2 away from the DK. So high RNG. I mean, we are at level 10, so there's a high opportunity to be able to hit those 4-cost dragon units. Yeah, it is kind of just down into positioning here, isn't it? Or, you know, if Abito hits that DK3 power spike, it does diversify the damage, and then assisted by the splash damage there. Are there any items that we can get here that would be beneficial? So this Venomancer does have the Anti-Maga Cloak for the extra sustain. You do have the Neon Beast sitting in that Dark Spirit ult, so no problem on that board there. Abito also clearing it out because of that Dark Spirit with the refresher, and look at all these legendary items. Heaven's Gift, Halberd of Judgment, Origin Wand.
Wow, that's very stacked.
Are we going to have Dragon Knight 3? Maybe? RNG?
Maybe?
Hello?
Possible?
Hello? One more? Wait, no. Can't afford it. Oh, wow. Okay. 2 and 2.
Unlucky.
Unlucky, never lucky. Play that game perfectly. Honestly, nothing that could have been done.
Nothing could have been done.
2 HP, 2 HP.
2. Now it's just down to who wins this round,
Okay.
unless they both draw.
Unless they both
knows?
draw or they both die in a fraction of a second from each other. I'm going to watch Obito's board. You go ahead and watch Fakug's board.
Okay.
Sitting in the Dark Spirit ult, so goes ahead and ults. Grand
Fakug
Herald
is
steals that.
okay.
I think they might be able to hold. Looking
Are they
at this,
both
oh
winning?
my gosh, this Dark Spirit. Wait a second, hold on. Barely holding. Thank you, Herald.
Oh my gosh, they're both winning.
1 HP, 1 HP. Oh my gosh, I have to make sure my mic doesn't peak, so Obito's just rolling down desperately for the Dragon
Did not
Knight.
hit it.
Did not hit it. Never
Unfortunate.
lucky. So repositioning here for Fakug.
Now it's all down to the thing.
Okay, you
1
watch.
HP to 1 HP. Place your
I'll watch.
bets.
Place your bets, chat. Quick.
Press 1 for Fakug, 2 for Obito.
1
Who
for
do you think will
Fakug,
win?
2 for Obito. Okay, so I'm gonna watch Obito's board. You watch Fakug's board, and let's try to watch and see what happens. My bet's on Obito here, just because I want the DK to win. Okay, lots of 2s rolling out in the chat. DK sitting in that Dark Spirit ult. So we do have the Heaven's Gift maintaining that.
Fakug is
Oh my
getting-
gosh.
Wait.
Obito's holding, so
Wait a second.
Devastator does ult. Dragonite, Mjolnir,
Fakug's really close.
procs. Oh my gosh. Okay,
think he
Obito
wins.
holds. They both win.
They both win.
Hold
Oh
on.
my
Oh,
gosh.
okay, guys. So we confirmed that fatigue cannot kill you. Okay, 1 for
Oh my
Fakug,
gosh.
1 for Fakug, 2 for Obito. Quick chat. Predictions. Place your bets.
A lot of people betting on Obito here.
Place
it
your
looks
bets. I'll
like.
give you guys points for winning. All right.
Thank goodness they changed it so fatigue can't kill you, because otherwise they would both just
Sudden
die
death.
there, and it would give it to Fakug just because he was higher on the
Because it was
leaderboard,
high.
which
Yeah,
was
that's right.
the most obnoxious
Makes it
mechanic in the
much
game.
more exciting. So I'm still not hitting that DK. We're 2 DKs away from that power spike. So looking at Obito's board here, Dark Spirit ult does roll out on both ends. Dragon Knight dishing out a ton of damage. This Devastator with a Claw Wand. Is it going to be enough? Oh my gosh, I think Fakug is out. Obito wins. Told you.
Obito wins.
Chat. What did I say? So if mods can reward Ukeo, who was the only person who believed in the Dragon Knights. GG, well played, Obito. Winning with Dragon Knights against the Goblins. I love that they played it out. So there we go. Some cushioned stats there for the NC robot. Post-game interview? I think Atis speaks English, so is Atis in the chat? I don't think so, because there is a Russian broadcaster as well. Any Ukraine players interview. GG, well played. Congratulations, Team Ukraine, for whom great games. You love
Russia
to see
played
it.
a great game, but Ukraine came out on top, and they are